brand new banger.
Nukkle HeDD Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, it's fucking Tuesday night, and you know what that means? It's Nukkle HeDD Comics, baby. We in the building. We got Cap in the building. We got Ray in the building. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Not much, man.
Not
Just
much.
excited to talk about last episode. Got to go through the whole rigmarole of not getting spoiled for this one.
Yo, word.
That's how I was like, when you guys weren't here, I was like, should I scroll through my Twitter? Because I was like, if I open it, it's gonna get spoiled. So I was like, nope, not even gonna try.
And luckily for me, I don't subscribe to anybody that I watch like for Star Wars reactions or anything, so I don't get inundated with the.
There you go.
I mean, luckily for me, not luckily for them, because they keep, like us, keep saying like, share, subscribe, all that shit.
Make sure you subscribe to us, though, guys. Subscribe to us. Make sure you do all that good stuff.
We're not gonna spoil the episode right the fuck now. Like,
we'll give you a week
to watch it.
We'll give you a whole week. So you guys got that at least. But Tyson, this is why my hair is all silver now. I'm old, man. This is what happens when you get kids.
This is what happens when he stops dyeing his hair.
Exactly. See, Cap knows the truth. I was dyeing my hair the whole time.
Hey, yo.
I'm right there with you, man. It hasn't traveled up yet.
It's all good. But happy belated birthday again, Cap. Hope it was a good one. Hope Toe wasn't as annoying for your birthday.
I wasn't even, dude. Normally I don't work on my birthday, but this year I couldn't take off because of the way the schedule works. I got out at 5:30 when we should have ended at 4. Didn't get home until 7:20. So there was no time for Vin to be annoying. He was already doing the Raw watch along.
There you go. We got it. We took the bullet for you. It's all good. It's all good.
That's right. I was gonna wait for him to come home, but I had to get on the Raw podcast lickety split.
That still ain't coming back, man. That still ain't coming back.
Hey man, you never know. You never know.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Copy
Yeah.
Eric Bishop.
That's it. All I gotta do is bring out my leather jacket. I do have a leather jacket though, so there you go.
But
I'll be Eric Bischoff next week.
Karate
And a
master.
chopper.
I am not. I took 2 karate classes. That was it. Which I feel like I'm at the same degree as Eric Bischoff. I feel like that's all I took.
He's actually legit though. And
is he?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
So he
Take
says.
his word for it. I'm not. I didn't. I'm going off of what he said. I'm not going off of like you and him in tournaments and shit.
He's not like Steven Seagal. You know.
Well, no, Steven Seagal's fighting style is a legit technique. It is just a technique to disarm motherfuckers with swords and not just to kick the shit out of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's you gotta be with the guy that fucking just starts making reggae music at 50. Just
That's
like that's it.
you know, Aikido in Japanese means walking juggernaut. You walk down the street doing Aikido, motherfuckers, they just gonna fly like you the juggernaut running past them.
Yeah, because they think you're crazy. Why are you doing that with walking down the street? They're like, you know what? That motherfucker's crazy. We're just gonna go over here. That's not because of the Aikido. That's just because you're doing fucking random motions while walking down the street.
My fucking first lesson of Aikido when I took it was, you know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker flew. Flipped that motherfucker 3 times.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, you tell him where to grab it and you just wave.
So no actual fighting stance. Nothing like that. Just fucking.
You come in. Take this one. This is the weak one. Wow. Wow.
That's, you know what was funny? That's probably what Toe's been doing in Mortal Kombat. Every time he's just trying to do that. It doesn't work.
That's it.
Watching Toe play Mortal Kombat, he was playing as Raiden, trying to do the lightning fucking like the Psycho Crusher that he does.
Yeah.
All he kept doing was throwing the high kick. I'm like, I don't even think you hit the kick button to do that move. He's like, he won't fucking do it.
You know, it gives you the move list, right? You can just look at that.
Back forward A. Back forward A. Like, all right, motherfucker, I don't know what back forward A means to you.
Because I saw Kenny streaming it yesterday, and my dude just kept jumping. I was like, bro, there's so many moves he can do.
Fuck yeah.
But was he playing the story or was he playing the game?
No, he was playing the base game. Just the game itself.
Because in the story, they actually, which is a cool thing, they limit what moves you have until you get to certain points.
Oh, yeah. Which I like, though, because it makes the story a little more challenging. That story is amazing, though.
Yo,
I can't wait for the DLC to drop. Oh, man.
I'm in chapter like 3, where Scorpion just left Sub-Zero with Shang Tsung and Quan Chi.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you still got a little bit to go, which is fun. Which I thought the story was gonna be shorter. It was a pretty lengthy story.
Yeah,
and then they're adding to it though.
Good. All right.
They're adding to it though, which I like.
Good.
So I like that. That's part of the DLCs. We're gonna get another part to the story. So once you finish the story, you'll see why. Because yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Shit, I didn't even know Scorpion was in it. I ruined the fucking game.
Yo, man, just don't look, because Liu Kang's in it, man. Liu Kang's gonna be in that game.
Motherfucker.
Someone broke it down that legit, no matter how the story ends, it just goes with Liu Kang beating the shit out of somebody. Like that's just how it works, no matter what. But Taquan, I'm here because I'm still here. I'm already packed. I've packed enough early enough, so we good. I can be here.
That's it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
But what's going on, Big Food? I don't think that's how that works in the game. I've never seen that.
Wait, all that for one hit?
Like you get stuck there and then fucking.
No, I haven't tested that out, but there is like punishing things that if you do move too much, like I've seen it with Vin playing. If you try to attempt to move too much, your opponent, the computer, then input reads what you're doing and perfectly counters. And instead of it saying counter, it just says punishment.
Okay.
It's supposed to keep you from spamming certain shit.
It makes sense though, because there gonna be fucking people trying to spam like crazy.
Yeah. I didn't do the same move at the same time. Yeah, that shit just fucking decided to throw the same kick. Up, down, Y, up, down, left, back up, fucking B. Throwing the same kick. All right, bitch.
Yo, if you watch me play, I start the first half of the match trying to hit the combos, trying to do the moves. And then when I realize that I'm getting my ass kicked, I forget all that and I just punch, kick, punch. And I just get in like just corner the fucking thing and forget the special move. Just kick, punch, punch.
Nope. That's how it was the other day because I played online for a bit and I was like, yo, fuck this. I just started putting a person in the corner, low kick.
Oh,
like,
I mix it up like a UFC fighter. I'm not just low kicking the shit
No,
out.
motherfucker, I'm evening it out because at one point I was like, yo, none of my moves are hitting. Nah, fuck this. Low kick.
Yo, certain characters suck.
Yeah.
They can't. Yo, that's why I gotta stick with Smoke, Raiden, Kung Lao, and Liu Kang. Because they're the only ones that have multiple hit. Like when you do a move, it's multiple hit. They're fast.
For me, Scorpion is my best for combos. Like I've hit so many combos with Scorpion because I'll use the fucking chain. I'll grab you with that fucking miss deflect punch. Like it's there's so much to do with Scorpion. For as far as like what the game wants you to use, Liu Kang combos are great. But who was it that I like now from the newer characters? Is it Havoc? One of the two. I can't remember the name, but their moveset's pretty good.
Wait, what does he look like? I'll tell you.
The newer warrior, because it's two of them that they added. The one that is his face is all fucked up. Can't remember his name.
Havoc is the one that's like missing pieces of his face.
Yeah, that one.
Reiko's the guy who looks like he was part of the demolition that just
yeah.
the pain.
Yeah, so yeah, Havoc, his moveset's pretty good.
Really, I haven't gotten him yet.
Yeah, his moveset's pretty good.
You unlock him after the story?
After the story, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you finish the story, then you unlock him because.
Did you peep that Havoc was? So for anybody who hasn't played, this is the beginning. It's not a spoiler. It's the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And we know the game has a beginning.
When you get to Johnny Cage, he's actually doing a movie shoot, which is an Indiana Jones thing. Did you peep that the bad guy is Havoc?
No, I didn't peep that. Shit, now I gotta replay that part.
Yeah, like they obviously call him different because it's supposed to be part of the movie and the lore. But that's Havoc. It's his moveset. It's his look. Like that.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I gotta redo that because I didn't notice that.
I love that mummy that woke up.
One move where he like rips his
off
and vomits on you. That dude does the same shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because he did the same. Yeah, he did the same style. Yeah. I guess they were just like, "Hey, we're gonna use that anyway." It's Havoc old design as a lever. There you go. So that's what it is. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Old design, new design. Havoc owe me money.
Yo, that's why I was glad that the story was good. All that was good because I was like, "Yo, Mortal Kombat owes us some money because Jesus, that price."
I mean, that's every game now is $1,000.
I did the premium edition, so that was $120 for me.
I did mine was only $109.
Now, I thought it said $109 when I clicked on it. After taxes, it came out to $120.
Oh, maybe I didn't peep the taxes thing because I got I got that one too, so I can get it early and I can make sure I get the combat pack and shit.
So watch.
You got the fuck you price.
Yo, that's why Lords of the Fallen. the premium price, $80.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, Taquan, damn, son. I legit said that shit hurt to pay. I ain't bragging. I'm like, yo, why the fuck are these games this much now?
Shit, what hurts is there's 12 fucking Mortal Kombat games, and so far there's 3 movies. Right? There's 3 Mortal Kombat movies, and not one of them had any balls to do any of the story from any of the fucking Mortal Kombat games.
Mortal Kombat 1 is pretty close to the story of the game. Raiden gathers champions to do a tournament. Liu Kang wins. Like that's the game.
Use the element that brings life. This man did not have sex with anybody.
What the fuck?
Water don't bring life to nobody.
Dude, the earth is made of 70% water. Bodies are made of 70% water. Like that's
so plant and water.
Here because shit was frozen on an asteroid, and when it melted and turned into water, it sprung up. Like
yeah, but plant and water.
What?
How much life comes from that shit?
The ocean's teeming with life because of water.
Nope.
That's
just living in the fucking water. It don't have a fucking choice but to live in the fucking water. That shit didn't bring it life.
All right.
Welcome
to Science with Toe Tags.
Yep, I guess so. Because yeah,
just because a motherfucker said it don't make it true.
Exactly, that's exactly the point here. This is what we getting at. Like,
that's exactly how science works. Is somebody figured it out?
Nope. No life can be sustained without water. I drink fucking nothing but soda.
And what's the majority of soda?
Yeah,
water.
Sugar.
Water.
What is the sugar mixed with, Toe? What do they mix?
Corn syrup.
No,
Dude,
that's
you're like Fizz-Aid, bro.
What do they mix all this into? What do they carbonate? Something's getting carbonated.
All right, so let me ask you a question, Mr. Physicist. What your pop shoot into your mom's fucking eggs to make you?
Okay.
How are we getting into fucking how babies are made here?
Because it says which brings life.
A sperm goes into the sperm egg thing, and Taquan just said it. Sperm also contains water.
But we're not the thing. Water's not the thing that which impregnates the egg, is it? Because sperm also is lube and fucking shit, so that way the body doesn't attack it. Sperm is not is a mixture of multiple liquids in the fucking body. So I mean, how many women are getting pregnant from drinking a bottle of water?
None. But if you jizzed in a pool, they would get pregnant. If the sperm can get to them before dying. So
yeah.
So if you jizzed in a pool full of soda, it should be the same thing.
No.
Didn't y'all just say that it was mostly water?
Yes, theoretically, yes. If it all right, where are we going?
Why are we going to this? What is happening here?
I have no idea what's going on.
What happened? Like, how did we get from Mortal Kombat to jizzing and soda for some reason?
Because you and Taquan think everything is 100% water. This right here.
I didn't say everything was
100% water.
I said 70% is the world, probably 80. We're 75% water.
And you can't drop it. There's no other 30%. 70% of the water that's been made up by the world is 100% of everything. The plastic in there is 100% water.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm just going by y'all logic.
This conversation has not been sponsored by water, but
yeah.
Yeah. Going by y'all logic.
So, Toe, what do you think about Mortal Kombat?
It fucking sucks now.
I mean, why does it suck all of a sudden?
Because it doesn't know shit.
Well, tell me something. Don't drink any liquid, because almost every liquid, I don't think there's a liquid in there that doesn't contain water. Right? So stop drinking soda. Don't drink anything. See how long you last. You won't last too long.
No, I already have life. It says which brings life.
Yeah, and again, the comments.
So I gotta die so other people can fucking be born? Water ain't the problem then. Which again, I win this fucking argument.
But all right, but life started when comets that had ice and microorganisms in it hit the planet and then melted. Then the life adapted and changed over time. So technically the water bring the life here.
No.
All right, so then how did life start?
It came with the fucking water.
Yeah, which brings life. Bring it.
So the comet had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, he could have also used the rock, I guess, to kill Sub-Zero.
You see? We're just grasping at straws now.
Grasping at
Why
okay.
did this become a science podcast? I found
Alright,
science.
Listen, I don't know,
I don't
man.
know what the fuck's happening.
I want to
I don't
talk
know.
video
I'm
games
just-
and comics and
I'm just
shows.
watching y'all fucking do yoga.
What?
Do yoga.
We're doing
we haven't
yoga?
stretched for anything.
I mean, shit, you just made your stretch for that one.
For what? Everything I said has been factually correct.
He could have killed him with a rock. A comet ain't a rock.
The meteor is
Meteor.
a rock.
See? You see that? You see that?
Is it? What is it then? If it's not,
If what's not what?
what are you? All right. So
No. Don't ask me what I said. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. Now let's listen to you.
meteors and comets are rock. They're debris from other fucking things
Nope.
floating around that could hold metals or whatever. They're
Nope.
rock.
My man, you see? He went
So
back
what
to
are
yoga.
they
He
then?
put the heat on.
So what are they?
He's doing hot yoga.
Wait, so what is a meteor though? Because I'm lost. I thought it was a mixture of volcanic.
Apparently, I don't
and-
know nothing. So tell us what it is then.
What's a meteor?
No,
Because I thought
you
it
tell
was
me.
a volcanic rock.
I just
You
fucking
tell
told
me.
you what it is.
You tell me when we started talking about meteors.
What is a meteor? I
No.
gotta find this out.
'Cause we're talking about comets.
Comets and
Wait,
meteors
and you
are the
said-
same thing.
No, they're not.
Hold
No, they're
on,
not.
Hold on.
If they were the same thing, they wouldn't have different names.
Dude, there's a bunch of shit that has different names.
No.
How many different names for pen is in Spanish? Like,
It don't matter the language.
it
They're not
is
the
ma-
same
dude,
thing.
that language is how we communicate.
A meteor is a small piece of an asteroid or a comet. So it's a.
So it
it's
is
a
the
smaller-
same.
Yeah, it's a smaller particle of the same thing.
No, it's not.
Motherfucker, this is from NASA.
It's a part of the
NASA. What is the difference between asteroids, comets, and meteors from NASA? We're getting the explanation here. Hold on. Some asteroids around, some are elongated, some have some. So what's a meteor? A meteor is a small piece of the asteroid or a comet, typically pebble size. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a smaller version
A smaller version of what?
of a comet or
Okay. And you said it's a rock. A comet's not a rock. An asteroid's a rock.
So what's a comet then?
so what is a comet?
It's fucking ice.
So which in that case, then the water still bring life.
No.
Is ice not water now?
Water isn't life.
Brings the microorganisms in the water that it
It's
brought.
so, all right, let me ask you a question. Is water a conductor of electricity?
I think purified water, no, because it doesn't have any impurities in it.
So what you need in the water to make it a conductor of electricity?
Again, it said brings. I believe the quote is brings, not creates.
So water's a taxi now.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
you got
adding to it.
scientific proof that water turned around and said, come on, fucking microorganisms, we're going to go to the fucking planet.
Dude, yo, take your argument up with Neil deGrasse Tyson. or who's the other guy? Bill Nye. Like, I didn't just pull this information from thin air. Like,
You kind of did, because also the water we got on this planet was from eruption from our volcanoes.
dude, it's known that microorganisms that crash landed onto the planet due to asteroids or comets or whatever you want to call them is what started to spring life on this fucking planet. That's a known fact.
Yeah, but water also was made from the volcanoes erupting.
Okay.
Where's the life came from there? That water didn't bring life? That water was lazy?
Well, I didn't have, dude. Why are we in a science debate?
Yeah, what?
Because you
how
guys
did we get
because
here?
you went all the way to the Big Bang Theory.
Okay, so water doesn't bring life. So what brings life then? If your problem with Mortal Kombat 1, the movie, is that he shouldn't have used water to kill Sub-Zero because that doesn't bring life, in your summation, what brings life?
Are we also
sun.
agreeing that movie sucks though? Can
No,
we get
Mortal
there?
Kombat 1 does not suck. Now, Taquan, kick him off the goddamn show. But go ahead, Tub. What's your summation of what brings life?
The reproductive system.
Yeah, but then so the first thing. Well, what was the first thing?
The sun brings life. Because without the sun, we would freeze and die. And there goes all your comets and ice.
What about things that live on the ground without the sun?
We'll freeze and die.
But they don't.
They would freeze and die. And you talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson about that one. Because your summation means that whatever's living underground lives in Pluto.
Yeah, sure.
Ball ice.
Can we move on now?
I don't know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to move on since you bring up the Big Bang Theory.
Again, science is not my expertise here. Gabs, come save us, please.
Yo, and tigers and lions are not cats, they're felines.
Dude, they're big cats. Feline means cat.
No. Cats are domesticated.
Okay, they're literally called big cats,
Because someone's lazy. They're feline.
which means cat.
We're fucking Homo sapiens, but they call us humans. Men and women are humans, but that doesn't mean that we're both cats.
So you found a synonym. Two words that
Nope.
mean the same thing.
Nope. I left the cinnamon at the fucking mall.
What just happened there?
See? Everybody watching the home version, I'm undefeated.
Recently, some scientists have narrowed in on the hypostasis. Jesus Christ, the hypothesis that life originated near a deep sea
Oh no! Why are we still
hypothermic
on water?
vent. So there's your water.
In Africa?
Somewhere on the planet, yeah.
No. In Africa?
It doesn't specifically say.
Because Dr. Oz also said if you eat the Kopi Luwak shit, you lose weight. He went to jail, or he went to court, and they proved him fucking wrong.
Yeah, but there's a difference. He wasn't science backed. He just said a bunch of shit.
He's a fucking doctor.
Yeah, and he didn't use any of his doctoring. He just said bullshit. Like,
So what? These people can't say bullshit when they say, "Oh, life was brought around water." Remember,
Dude,
all the
there's certain
continents
things
were
that are-
connected to each other.
dude, you gotta believe something. Otherwise, then nothing. Then what you're drinking is not iced tea or whatever mix that is, which I can't really tell.
It's not.
Are you recording a podcast right now? Is this happening?
Shit, you fucking tell me. Yeah, you started this shit.
Oh, I just talked about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be a nice comic conversation, and now we got science involved. Oh man!
So what we learned here today is nothing. There's no such thing as facts. Everything is lie.
Well,
Nope.
this is true. You're supposed to question everything.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
You gotta listen blindly to everybody.
No,
Everyone's right.
No. You're supposed to question everything, unless it's actually proven. Everything could still just be an opinion.
And what's the definition of proven?
What? Being able to demonstrate that the thing is factual, being able
Multiple
to show
times.
actual proof
In a row,
it's-
no matter
yeah.
how many
Listen.
people do it.
You could prove that I owe taxes, but I don't remember fucking agreeing to paying them shits.
Wait,
That still doesn't negate the proof.
that still would show
It
that
does
you
because
owe
somebody
taxes.
just out of nowhere said you owe taxes. Now I
Wait.
gotta listen to that motherfucker.
Wait.
There's proof that you do need to pay taxes.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate.
When I made this agreement, see?
When you saw
Because somebody said I needed to, not as proof.
when you
Because somebody
agreed,
said that water was in North Dakota is proof. See?
Again, it's something that you got to be able to demonstrate repeatedly
yeah,
to come to the same conclusion, no matter who does it or when they do it. Just like you'll always find 2 + 2 is 4, 1 - 5 is 4, 1 + 3 is 4. It's shit that's been proven over and over and over again. No matter how many times you demonstrate it, you come to the same conclusion. Fact.
So they say.
So it is.
well, exactly. Yeah. So they said again, we have to question everything. It's the biggest thing. You have to question everything.
No,
Take
it's a
everything with a
fact.
grain
If
of
you
salt.
pay your bill now, we won't charge you later. But I paid T-Mobile twice. I guess I didn't have facts.
Well,
gotta
My
you
money
show-
wasn't hypothesized enough.
Did you show them that you paid the bill?
Yeah, with my money. When the balance went to zero, it was paid. No need to take more.
Do you have to pay them now?
Yes. Every month.
So
They
you're
don't
paying
charge me
3
twice
times
and I
now.
get it for free every year. And then next to water,
So you're paying 3 times now.
a month.
And then I guess we don't need these anymore.
Yep. That's,
No, it's a fact. I have to pay them. No matter what they do.
oh,
You can
man.
always just switch the people you pay.
You can't.
You
The only
can.
thing that changes is the name. They still do the same shit.
Are we learning from the mistakes though?
It wasn't my mistake.
But again, I thought you said you didn't have to pay this month because they
Don't matter.
It does.
Let's
'cause
say
then
if a
it
bully
balances
beats
out.
you up twice in 1 month, I'm not gonna beat you up the next month. Everybody's winning now.
It balances out.
It balances out my ass. Give me all your money, and then next month you don't have to give me no more. Balance is out.
All right.
I was trying to like segue into the Ahsoka comic. I was like,
Yo,
We're
if you
talking
heard
about
I was
the
gonna
Ahsoka
start the
fucking-
Ahsoka, this is not gonna be a good episode for Ahsoka.
We're talking about the Ahsoka fucking episode. Y'all motherfuckers want to talk about water. Because let me guess. You found her in water, so it bring her life.
You were the only one to bring up that line from the movie. Nobody was even talking about that line from the movie until you said it.
See?
How did this create a whole debate here? And me and Cap are so lost.
I don't know how you guys got lost in the argument you made.
We didn't make an argument. We were talking about a game and a movie.
I said one thing, and next thing you know, we're talking about the Big Bang taxes.
Because we tried to like, that's it.
And I gotta pay my monthly bill 3 times because it's a fact now.
Blame Mortal Kombat for your bill payment right here. Oh.
See? We go to a restaurant, the first order is raise kids. Where they at?
Oh man. What's going on, Mr. Loki? I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, now that everybody's left, let's talk about what we're here for.
Shit. Well, fuck them anyway. They went to go get water. Water should have bring them fucking food. Shit.
Let's just be like the most viewed episode we ever get to.
Right?
It's
Well,
fucking
that's
40,
because you and Cap said that this last episode of Sokatana sucked.
What? Wait, what? When did we say that?
That's what y'all just said.
Right in between the water and Mortal Kombat. You don't remember?
I'm kind of trying to just like forget this conversation right now. Because it's been 40 minutes of us arguing about water.
No.
And cats.
No. It's been 40 minutes of us trying to figure out why the fuck Vin has a problem with the state with a line in a movie that water brings life.
Nope.
That's what this has been. For our standpoint, that's what this has been. I don't know what Vin. I don't know what.
Kill him with what brings life.
You know what's funny? I forgot that's a line in the movie. So it's like I haven't seen this movie in so long that I don't even know why we're arguing. Because
you should have brushed up on your movies.
I didn't think that was going to be part of the conversation today. I played the game. I watched the last episode of Ahsoka, and I was ready for the conversation.
See?
I packed my bag. I'm all set.
You ruined the game for me. I ruined the movie for you.
Well, I've seen the movie before, but how did I ruin the game? I didn't say what happens in the game.
You said Havoc's in it. You said Scorpion.
Well, Havoc shows up
You
in
can
the
play with
first scene of the
Scorpion.
game. When you start the game, Havoc.
You said there's a story in it.
Well, there's a story in every Mortal Kombat game.
See? Ruined my life.
Oh, man.
You even told me the fucking price.
Yo, that price fucking hurt, man.
Hold on.
Just ruin everything.
Hold on. Do not bring up fucking price when you're downloading the game because I bought it.
Shit.
We didn't both have to buy copies of the game. All right, with the Xbox share shit, I bought it and then you get to play it. And that goes the same with games you buy. You don't fucking bring up price.
I'd have sent them a gallon of water. Money made out of water. This is good enough. Right, Taquan?
I feel like Taquan left.
Shit.
Taquan left after we started talking about tigers and lions and
bears.
Because the white woman don't like to be wrong.
Nope. Oh shit, man.
So we're gonna get into the next topic, or are we just?
We got the question of the day. Ray got the question of the day for us.
I
do. What's your question of the day?
Wait, I have a question of the day.
See? Again, that's his question. You got the question of the day? Yep. You were supposed to bring the question of the day.
I got one. If you don't
There
have
you go.
one.
Yeah, that's all you, Cap. I got no question of the day right now.
What element brings life?
No. And on that note, peace, everybody. I'll be back next week.
Because for me, I think the element of what is it? Plutonium. That's the element that I think brings life. Yellow cake,
Gamma radiation.
uranium, all that shit.
Gamma radiation. We was made for this shit.
Yeah, each one of us could snap Thanos to dust.
Yep.
All right, so Ahsoka Tano, episode 5. Thoughts, questions.
Yeah, Ray.
I'm trying to think how to phrase the question because hold on. I'm gonna ask Cap this because I want to see because he had the highest.
I don't know shit. All right, I get you.
No, you're still motherfucker. So for you, Cap, I want to hear just instantly. Did it live up to what we talked about last
week? Yes, but not in the way we talked about it.
Okay.
Because we were talking about like she could go see different worlds. This is gonna be groundbreaking, and it was, but not in the way we surmised.
Okay.
The lesson that she learned from Anakin and her setup into what they call the Ahsoka the White, that is what is going to fundamentally change what happens from here on out. And that, although there are things I wish would have happened, like I wish we would have got Ahsoka a little older, and then Ashley Eckert, who voiced her, could have done her cameo as Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I wish that would have happened. What we got was actually, it's weird. It might not have been the 100% thing we wanted.
Yeah.
But it is definitely the 100% thing we needed.
Okay.
And I can't say enough. Hayden Christensen, this is the best he's ever played Anakin. Even better than the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. This was him perfect. The young actress who played young Ahsoka, who apparently is the young actress who played young Gamora.
Yeah.
And she was in the Barbie movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Barbie movie.
What do you call it? She did great. And the fact that you took two characters that were animated, that have a history together, that we grew up, or whoever watched the show, grew up and learned to love and learned the importance of. Then you took two actors who had nothing to do with the animated performance, and they still captured that same chemistry, that same feel, that same tone, that same respect. And it feels like there is no difference between the live action version and what we got in the animated version. That's a testament to the writing, to the directing, to the acting. That just shows how strong the bonds are between those characters, period. It was a masterclass.
Gotcha. So now for Toe, I have a question, a different side of the question for you. Because I want to hear for you, was it enough, though? Though we didn't get everything we were asking for, was it enough to keep you in it? Because I feel like it's usually our gripe with a lot of this, that because I feel like the episode was a little shorter for me. I don't know if it was for you guys. But was it enough in that time frame?
Well, I said last week I think something was going to happen that we wasn't expecting. Like it was like something totally different was going to happen. And I think it was enough because I know Cap didn't see what I saw, but what I saw was she went into the World Between Worlds.
Yeah.
She met Anakin, and she completed her training, which her training was to basically be one with herself. Because ever since she started, she's been following Anakin. She had no idea why she wanted to be a Jedi. She just had the power. They gave her Anakin, and she's training. her training was a lot different than everyone else's training. Anakin, like I told my boy, he's possessive to the point where he makes a family out of people. And if you're a Jedi, you're supposed to give up all possession. You're not supposed to want for yourself. So he had a older brother in Obi-Wan and a father in Qui-Gon, and they killed his mom, and he got to avenge his mom's death. And then Padme, he fell in love with Padme, and he wanted kids with Padme, and he had one with Ahsoka. Ahsoka left him. Padme died, and that's what brought him into the dark side, because he started losing faith in the Force, because the Force was what made him give up everything. The Force was forcing him to get rid of the love that he had for Obi-Wan, the love he had for Ahsoka, the love he had for Padme, and he resented it.
No.
Now the thing with that was, Ahsoka always believed if she never left Anakin, he would have never turned into Vader. She thinks that her leaving was the start of him turning into Vader, and she blames herself for him turning into Vader. Where this episode, it clearly states, you're not the reason I turned into Vader, and you're not gonna turn into a fucking dark side user. You're not gonna turn in your own version of Vader because I turned into it. What I felt was, once we got to the core of that, where she saw him walking away in the first battle, turned into Vader, and she was scared because she saw this warrior shit coming from him, and there was no remorse. It was one of those, okay, you think that you turn me into Vader, so now the shit that you say, where it's like, oh, you were supposed to be more than that. You turned out to be the most dangerous and this, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, so you know nothing. You learned nothing. So now I'm going to turn into Vader because you think you know some shit. And he went to the dark side and fought her. He fought her as Anakin, then he fought her as Vader. And he made her see it wasn't her choice, or she has the choice to not turn into Vader. So when she stopped herself from cutting him with the red lightsaber, she essentially, in her mind, saved herself from being Vader, which turned Anakin back into Anakin from the Sith Lord that he was, because he had the yellow eyes. So when I said that she turned him into Darth Vader and then saved him from Vader, it was her fighting herself, where it was like, okay, now you have the option, live or die, right?
Yep.
Be me or be yourself.
No.
She saw it, and she's like, I choose to live. And if you notice, her attitude fucking changed. The weight of the world left her. She was willing to fucking be the, fuck it, let's go talk to them and get them to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it became to me, that was acceptance, because I feel like that's what we got throughout that. We got acceptance. Did anyone else tear up during that though? Because I teared up at that point, because I'm like, shit, like, because all this is all just a mental lapse there. We get all that. It's like, it was what I said last week, that I feel like, if anything, we're going to get that mix of emotions, because that's what she went through. And I feel like that's why I asked earlier, when we're going through that argument, I'm like, so did we learn from our past mistakes? Because I feel like that's what she got through all this. Getting to acceptance, she finally saw this is what had to happen here. No matter what, she's learning that she had to accept that. No matter what, it doesn't change it. She can now change who she ends up becoming, but it's not her fault here. She gets to accept that. She gets to go through that. And to me, it was just that, almost like that cathartic moment of just like, Eureka here. I was like, damn. Now I feel like I'm hoping we get that. Just, this is almost a shift, I feel like, for this season here. Like, it has to just go from here.
We're going to get the Ahsoka that we wanted.
Yeah.
And I also think that her fighting Anakin evolved her, and we're going to see her now take this fight to Balin. Yeah, and it's gonna be one of those where she's gonna beat him easily, because now she ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she fully accepted the Force.
Yeah.
And the light side of the Force, where before she was reluctant because it was forced upon her.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that kid that the father just fucking play football, play football, play football, play football. I don't know what I want. And you're in the fucking major leagues and you find that one person that makes you love the game, and then out of nowhere, boom, you transcend and become one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Cause you was like, yo, I may have been forced into this, but I'm made for this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Ahsoka was doing. Cause you could tell that she wasn't up to par. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't the full Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That we
Like
noticed.
we said, it was weird. Like it felt like there was something missing there.
Yeah.
And this I like because at least now it adds there's a reason for it. Like now we get to see through the ages, the coming of ages there. And it's perfect. They brought in the young girl for it because it's like we now get to see how that maturity goes, how that mindset goes. And it's going to be interesting to see when we finally get that fight. Will this bring her up to the part of being willing to kill him? Because that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, Luke didn't kill Vader. Luke's arguably the most light side Force user. Like, especially with Balin. I don't think she has to kill Balin.
Okay.
Thrawn, different story. Maybe somebody else pulls the trigger on Thrawn.
Okay.
Shin Hati, I think dies either Ezra or Sabine, being the Mandalorian, takes her out.
Yeah.
But specifically with Balin, I don't think she is gonna kill him if he dies in here.
Okay.
Thing is the
I don't
witch.
think something else is gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I can see that too. I'm just saying I feel like that's gonna be the part of having to have no like remorse there. Like being able to get to a part where maybe she doesn't have to fully kill him, but she definitely can't just hold back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the dude has honor. You know what I'm saying? So if he can be shown that General Thrawn ain't good, well, apparently, like we said, he's looking for the world between worlds or some shit. Like he's looking for something for the future. If he could be shown that, you know, the future's unpredictable, or you know, the future hasn't been made yet, and you make your own future, or whatever the fucking lesson he needs to learn, then maybe he could be brought back. But one of the flashbacks I didn't get to yet was the battle on Mandalore.
Yeah, the siege.
And you hear about it, and it was not Grievous. No, wasn't it Grievous and what's his name that went over to Mandalore and just fucking.
No, Grievous. So the way they showed it in the show, this is when this is season 7, where she wound up fighting Darth Maul at the end. Anakin was already dealing with Anakin and Obi-Wan were dealing with Dooku up on the ship when they killed Dooku.
So this wasn't the shit that they're talking about that killed the planet.
No. This isn't the one that Moff Gideon.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, this is this is not the Purge of Mandalore. This is the Siege.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, because that what do you call it? When Anakin was like, "Oh, I don't know this. I wasn't here." This is season 7. She went off to fight all the Mandalorian, the Darth Maulians, as they call them. When Darth Maul was in control of the Mandalore, she had that epic battle. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, the way they filmed that battle, they actually motion captured Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in Phantom Menace, and the stunt actress had an actual lightsaber fight. They had that entire fight, motion captured it, put it in the animation.
That's dope.
So that's the first, to my knowledge, the first and only animated fight, that Star Wars lightsaber fight, that was actually motion captured from real shit, not just animators making it up.
That's dope.
But that's where that scene comes from. And Anakin, like I said, wasn't there because he should be on the ship with Obi-Wan, fucking around fighting Dooku, right where he chops Dooku's head off.
Now, didn't she leave the Jedi Order? What is she doing fighting with the?
So if you notice, the 501st, the clones that they had the Ahsoka markings on their helmet.
Yeah.
They essentially became her troopers. Because the 501st were supposed to be Anakin's personal troop, his clone battalion.
But she's the one that led them.
Yeah, and then she kind of inherited them, and instead of working with the Jedi Order, instead of working for the Jedi Order, she's kind of working in tandem, but not aligned to them.
No.
Because the biggest this episode also did something with the flashbacks where it kind of showed why the Jedi Order failed. Because Anakin was like, "Yo, we changed with the times. I got to train you to be a soldier." Well, look at what they. I mean, this is somebody else's thinking because I definitely wasn't. I wasn't thinking this at the time until I saw this video. But they essentially took a kid, which they always do. They take kids away from their family, and they initially just trained them to. They initially were Professor X. I'm going to train you to hone the Force so that you can control it, you can find balance, stay on the light side so you don't fall to the dark side and you don't harm people with it. And they just kept peace, and that was it. But then during the Republic and during the Clone Wars, they became a militarized unit, and now those little kids are kid soldiers. Like that first flashback was Ahsoka leading a battalion into battle, and you could watch it in the show. It's part of the fucking the animated series. She failed because she made the wrong decision. But she's a child.
Yeah.
And that's why the Jedi failed, is they essentially took their eye off of what they should have been doing and completely diverted to other shit, regardless of what Qui-Gon was trying to say. Like anybody who would tell them otherwise, they kind of shunned and kicked to the side. And what happened at the end? Yoda had to realize, shit, I fucked up. I gotta go into hiding.
Dooku was fucking saying this shit from the beginning.
Yeah, Dooku was another one who they shunned him because he was disillusioned with how everything was forming. That's why they put Dooku and Ahsoka in that Tales of the Jedi anime or animation they had, because their disillusionment actually comes from a similar place. It's just one went to the dark side and the other didn't.
Now,
in terms of your theory, the way you worded it in the text that you sent me had me thinking, oh, we saw two different things. But the way you explained it, was like, no, we saw the same thing. Because let's see. The way you worded it is the last episode she turned him into Vader and then saved him and brought him back to the light, redeeming herself. Which the way you explained it was a lot better and a lot clearer. Going off of that, I was like, well, that didn't happen. Anakin was in control the whole time and he switched. She didn't bring him back. He just came back because he's in full control now.
Yeah.
But like I said, your explanation was pretty much akin to how I saw that play out.
Now, was it Kanan Jarrus? Is that what?
Jarrus?
Yeah, his son being able to hear the lightsaber battle.
Yeah, so he must be stronger in the Force than we initially thought, because Kanan is not that strong in the Force. He got stronger once he lost his eyesight, and I don't know the name, but the big ass buffalo Force thing, that Force creature, taught him how to use the Force and sense. That's probably where he got that ability from Kanan's now adaptation to, if I can't see, I'm going to use the Force to feel everything.
Well, you ever notice a lot ever since Anakin, none of the Jedi completed their training.
Well, I mean,
Luke never completed his training. Ahsoka didn't complete his training. Kanan didn't complete his training. What's his name? Didn't complete their training. Like a lot of the, it's a bunch of like it's a bunch of fucking force users out there with fucking part of the training.
So let's look at that. Kanan Jarrus survived Order 66. Everybody was dead. Ahsoka Tano left the Jedi Order because they were fucking stupid. Luke Skywalker. Only 2 Jedis that we know of. Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan, who died. Yoda. And then he left to go save his friends. Cal Kestis, again, a survivor of Order 66. Nobody else out there to help him out. Rey, say what you want. Kind of didn't even really train with Luke, just got a few lessons.
She mostly trained with Leia.
Yeah, trained a little bit with Leia. Then Leia died in real life, tragically. Carrie Fisher. So there's literally nobody around to fucking train any of these people. Even fucking Kylo Ren started with Luke. Luke then with Sam Witter, the guy who plays Darth Maul, has a fucking clip that he sums it up perfectly. He was saying that in regards to like The Last Jedi, he was like trying to be diplomatic, but he was like, you took a guy who was so full of hope, so full of compassion, and so full of just the light side that he threw down his lightsaber in the face of the Emperor, said, I will not fight you. I am a Jedi like my father before me. Turned around and redeemed Vader. Helped redeem Vader. That guy turned around and went, oh, no, I sense a little bit of darkness in Kylo. Gotta kill him. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Like,
yeah.
And this is coming not too far off removed from, what do you call it? From he just finished saving his father.
And you know what?
20, 25 years later?
You know what the crazy shit is? If you think about it, Luke Skywalker is almost the opposite of Anakin, but he's also the Jedi at a time. Because he was a regular kid that had attachments to his uncle and his aunt, and he wanted to see the world. Right? He left. He got attached to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan died. Nothing. He found out that Leia's his sister. He got attached to Han Solo and Chewie and all that. Nothing. The more he got into the Force, the less he got attached to people. The more he left people alone. Where Anakin was making a family for himself. Every other Jedi before him, after Anakin, before Luke, Ahsoka needed a family. Grogu attached to shit. Kanan attached to shit. Made his own kid and a wife and all that. All these Jedis have been evolved to the point where, okay, you don't need. You can grow attachment. You can have all this shit that your favorite Jedi, Qui-Gon was preaching. You can love people as a Jedi. It's okay. And then Luke turns around and becomes more Jedi because he's reading ancient books. And Yoda had to come back as a Force Ghost again to say, no, we were wrong. Look at the shit that your father did and all the people he trained and after him. That's what we're fighting for. So even when he did the whole shit with his fucking son, I mean, with Ben, it's almost like that didn't make any sense because he's not really attached to shit. Like Luke is not attached to like, yo, there's darkness in you. He would have fucking said, yo, you can't be here. Or he would have tried to change him, like you said. He would have tried to bring the light out. And he would have had to leave. Now, I like the theory of you thought Palpatine got into Kylo Ren's head and made him see that, and then he just went crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a myriad of other shit they could have done, but two things I wanted to point out. One, if you watch the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan is definitely banging Bo-Katan's sister, who is the leader of Mandalore. They definitely had a relationship. Two,
they didn't hide that at all. So,
yeah. Two, it's the Jedi teaching that teaches no attachment. It's not the light side of the Force.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just that's why I'm saying that's why Yoda was like, "Yo, we were wrong."
Yeah, but dude, it's a little side tangent. If you ever want to know if Anakin, without the dark side, is that guy or not, there is an episode where we kind of find out a little bit where Obi-Wan has some sort of relationship with Bo-Katan's sister. And she got betrayed. She was the leader of Mandalore. She got betrayed by one of her lieutenants or generals or somebody. And that dude grabbed her and looked at Anakin and was looked at Obi-Wan and was like, well, you're a Jedi. You can't just kill me in front of her. And Anakin walks up behind the dude, stabs him with the lightsaber through his chest from behind, kills him. And when Obi-Wan looks at him, Anakin's like, what? He said, it's almost something like, he said you couldn't do it. He didn't say shit about me. Like he just murked the dude from behind. That's one of the greatest moments that always stick with me. Because he hadn't even got close to his turn yet. He was just like, yo, you want to fuck around? All right, keep talking to him.
Shit, I always equated the prequel movies, the Jedi Council, like the fucking the movie Rules of Engagement. Like you were gonna let another Jedi die to live by those fucking rules, and then when you were so concerned about preserving the rules, you realize you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you sit there and like, wait a minute, why is Palpatine, which I forgot his name, his undercover name, but why is he setting this kid to be in the Jedi?
King Palpatine.
Yeah, but why is he setting this kid to be on the Jedi Council? He's not a fucking Jedi. But they let it happen anyway, and not going, wait a minute. This motherfucker's grooming this kid. Let's forget about the rules and forget about our fucking pride for a second and start playing chess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, where's I think Samuel Jackson was the only one going, why is this kid eyeballing me? Everybody else goes, well, he got eyes. He's supposed to eyeball. Like, you know, that's where the pride came before the fall.
Yeah, but as a fan, it's not I don't think it's necessarily the rules or the way of life that was the downfall. It was ironically enough, it was the fear of not having something to follow that led them down that hole. Because what did Yoda say? It's like you're too attached to something. If you're attached to something, that'll bring fear. Fear then leads to hatred. Hatred leads to the dark side. That whole spiel.
Yeah, hatred leads to anger. Anger leads to the dark side.
And they were so afraid to be attached to something because they were so afraid to be put in a situation where the thing that they were attached to gets taken away. Now what do you do? Where Qui-Gon was like, yo, you think I'm not strong enough to fight an urge or to withstand a fucking
shit.
like look again, Luke in the middle of a fight with the dark fucking emperor standing in front of him, trying to turn him. His father, who's the biggest villain in the galaxy, sitting there, could have easily turned to the dark side, but with little training, just was like, no, I know what the right thing to do is. Throw the fucking lightsaber away. I'm not gonna fight you.
Yeah. It's like Blue Beetle. My family doesn't make me weak, they make me stronger.
Yeah.
When you have nothing to fight for, that fight inside you is very weak. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's when that's why they learned that the ruling was so off. Like them following these codes of conduct, it's like, oh, you're that fear of separation there.
Yeah.
Is what fucked them up.
And you think about it, Grogu fucking learned that shit at a young age. My man was like, yo, I can't teach you to be a Jedi if you're gonna have this attachment. It's either you become a Jedi or you go back to Mando. And he said, well, then I'm gonna go back to Mando because I would rather be with this nigga as a family, someone I can trust and live in solitude and never have anything.
Yeah.
Well, that is 100% correct. But to add on to that, his last memory of being a Jedi was watching them all get wiped out.
Yeah.
We also we can't forget about that part. That's like,
yeah. Think about it. If you spent your entire life watching the New York Knicks be the last place team, and then you win the NBA draft, and they're like, "Yo, it looks like the Knicks are gonna draft you." Are you gonna be like, "Hell yeah, NBA"? You like, "Well, no. Why the fuck am I going to the worst team?
Put me back in the D League, please."
Yeah.
I think I'm doing better over there.
My man, I'm gonna play for the Knicks, but the minute they ask who wants to trade, I'm got my hand up. Who wants to be me?
Nope.
It's the only time in the history of the NBA where it's like the number one draft pick signed a 1-year deal for $50.
That's also why I said it's like they learned that again from the past of that. Just seeing how this can create that, because I feel like their whole principle was just the fear of you get too attached that can lead to worse, but it ended up being the opposite with it.
And see, here's the thing here's a problem that I have.
Yeah.
With that, Yoda waited. I mean, by the way they wrote that movie, Yoda waited until after he did his thing with Kylo. Kylo destroyed the whole fucking temple. Luke went into hiding. Rey came up. He sent Rey away. Then Yoda came up and was like, you know what? I think we were doing this whole shit wrong. Not before. Not while Rey's there. Maybe this is your redemption arc to do it differently. Not as he was building his temple. Like, what the fuck were you waiting for?
Because
if you gave me all the knowledge and I had to train myself, don't come to me later and be like, well, hey, by the way, all the shit we told you to do, all the homework we told you to do, wrong. My bad.
Well, you know what it is, though? It's literally like somebody's watching you make all these mistakes, and then you give up, and the guy goes, did you check the carburetor? Where the fuck were you before? It was like, I had to let you do your thing, but then I can't let you give up. So he was like, you trained Kylo, you did all this shit, you fucked up, he killed all those people, that's on you. You did that. That's a lesson you got to learn. That's a part of the Jedi way to figure that shit out. You didn't turn to the dark side, whatever. Then Rey comes, a legitimate person that can balance this shit and that can stop Kylo Ren and Palpatine, and you're going to refuse to train her. You're going to refuse the one person that can stop all this shit. But now I got to come back and be like, yo, listen, all this shit that you was learning is pointless. Help this woman out.
Yeah. What you said made 100% sense. 100%. The way the movie portrayed it.
yeah.
The way the movie portrayed it was the guy watched you see, the guy saw a check engine light and he watched you look at the muffler, look at the tires, see if the door was wrong, see if the radio settings are wrong, and then came up and was like, none of that mattered. It was the carbonator. And you're like, well, why the fuck? When it's presented that way, it's like, why the fuck didn't you tell me that in the beginning? I was looking in the wrong fucking place, asshole. The way you said it is he was in the right place, just didn't learn the right lesson. That's different.
It's like everything else, but no, you be all right.
Yeah, they try to reinvent the wheel. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because not for nothing, the biggest part of part 1, or was it part 7? The first sequel.
Yeah,
fucking yeah. The biggest part of that was Luke. At the end of the movie, when he showed up, it was like, oh, it's fucking Luke, it's fucking Luke. And then they start the next one. What the fuck is Luke doing, throwing the lightsaber?
Yo, dude, think about it. At the end of The Force Awakens was just a rehash of A New Hope, right? I've said it a million times. But at the end of that, Kylo Ren kills Han Solo. The fuck's happening with Kylo Ren and with Snoke? Who the fuck is Snoke? That's something we could branch off to. Finn picks up a fucking lightsaber. This motherfucker's not force sensitive. He's a stormtrooper. That's something we can fucking go off of. Rey, who the fuck are her parents? Why can't she do those things? Is she related to Obi-Wan? Is she related to Palpatine? Is she related to this? That's something we can go on. Fucking Luke, where the fuck has Luke been? That's 6 things that we can fucking sink our teeth into. They killed Snoke. That's dead. Luke turned out to be an old fucking idiot, just sitting, just milking the titties of some weird alien for blue milk. That died. Rey's parents turned out to be nothing. Finn turned out to be nothing. Snoke, I already said Snoke. What was the other shit?
Rey killing his parents, killing Han.
Yeah. Like every fucking thing.
Finn moving the lightsaber.
Finn picking up the lightsaber. Every fucking thing every thread that we had that we could have picked up and jumped off on, erased. Went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And it boggles the mind. Why, and I've said it a million times, why the fuck would you give 3 different people 3 separate movies if this is a fucking trilogy? It's not an anthology.
Yeah.
It's a trilogy, which means you're telling a fucking story in 3 segments.
Yeah, a lot of people have that same gripe. But, I
wouldn't have a problem with Last Jedi if it was Canto Bite, a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And it was an offshoot. And this shit happened in between the fucking main story.
Yo, now imagine this shit. Luke, that whole shit happened with Kylo Ren, which, from what I understand, is a book where Kylo Ren destroyed the fucking temple that Luke was training at, and he went into space, or Kylo Ren went into space, or Ben Solo went into space, and he had Shadow Force in him, and the Knights of Ren adopted him, and Ren himself, with his lightsaber named Ren, trained him to be the Knights of Ren, and he wound up killing Ren and became Ren himself. That's why they call him Kylo Ren.
I don't think you said Ren enough.
No, but it's just, but that's what made him Kylo Ren, and he had the Knights of Ren with him. There's a book of that shit. None of that was explained in the movie.
Yo, funny enough, there's a comic that I read where Snoke was manipulating, or Palpatine through Snoke was manipulating Ben beforehand, before all that shit started.
Yeah. Like now, you get that story. Imagine we get that story, that backstory. It could be flashes or whatever, but also we get or we get that story from Luke. Luke went after Ben, and he saw this, or he felt it in the Force. He was like, "I can't turn him now." So Luke went back to that planet that he was on, Solitude, to get back in touch with the light side, so he can bring Kylo Ren back to the light, because he never faced the Shadow Force. So when she gives him the lightsaber, who was that? Anakin's lightsaber, or was that his lightsaber?
Yeah.
That's Anakin's.
That's Anakin's lightsaber, because Obi-Wan gave him Anakin's saber.
Yeah. So now imagine if he would have thrown Anakin's lightsaber, if he would have just tossed it and used the Force to put that shit somewhere and go, "We don't need that," or you don't deserve that, or that's not where we're going. And he's teaching her how to use the Force. But instead of her how to use the Force, how to get over her connection to the dark side of the Force, because that's what he learned. He was learning how to get people over their connection of the dark side. So he teaches her how to become the light side. And then you see him come out with a brand new lightsaber he made for himself. It's a different color. It's a different meaning. He's no longer a Jedi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he teaches her how to be something that's other than a Jedi. Like, I'm teaching you how to get rid of the dark side, not how to be a Jedi. And then they go after Ben. And then that whole thing of her trying to turn Ben has a meaning now, because she was trained to get Ben out of the dark side.
Yeah. You know what's funny? She spent all this time trying to turn Ben back to the light. And what did it? His mom passing.
Yeah.
Making her completely irrelevant to the whole journey.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because that's also another connection I'm going to force this connection, but that's another connection between him and Anakin. Anakin's mom passing was him going to the dark side, and Ben's fucking connection to the light was his mom passing. It's almost a mirror.
That makes perfect sense, because one was brought out through horrible fucking shit and being held back and all that, and what do you call it? Ben Solo was a release and acceptance. I'm gonna transfer everything I have to you. Come back.
Yeah.
One was a sacrifice. One was a fucking hardship.
Yep. See, so this is some shit we could have got into like that. It could have been the greatest story that we ever fucking seen.
Yeah, but except we got subversion for the sake of fucking subversion. Which, this is what I don't understand. A little bit of subversion is cool, is needed sometimes. Sometimes you have to make us think we're getting something and then switch it up. I get that. But if your whole pitch to make a Star Wars film is to subvert the meaning of a Star Wars film, why the fuck are you making a Star Wars film?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point of you saying, I'm a massive fan of this? Okay, what's your idea? To do nothing with it. To take everything you think that's going to happen and do the complete opposite. Well, are you really a fan of it?
Yeah. Because it felt like
fan would have been like, yo, Luke's coming in here kicking the shit out of people.
Yeah.
We're training Rey up, right? Kylo's gonna be badass. Snoke's gonna be somebody fucking important. We're gonna get to Snoke and realize that fucking image that he projected in the first one was a false fucking image, and he's actually ripped. He's actually the mountain from fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Because it kind of felt like that third one was just them going, what is everybody's idea? Palpatine, because the way they just said, you know what? Let's just make everybody happy. Fuck it. Throw Palpatine in there, because they already predicted it's Palpatine, where she could have been anyone.
Yo, I don't know if I said this theory here before, but my theory for Rey should have been this. This one scientist who was trying to make clones of Palpatine, right? The clones keep failing.
Yeah.
Right? At the same time, him and his wife are trying to conceive a child. They can't. Palpatine's not really paying attention, or they think he's not paying attention. So they make one of the clones female, sneak her out, raise her as their daughter because they can't have any kids. Unfortunately for them, this is the only viable option of all the Palpatine clones. She's the only one that can hold the midichlorians, that can hold the Force, that he can transfer himself into. He knows, because he ain't stupid. He comes knocking at that door, they gotta run. They leave her on Jakku. How has Palpatine returned? Well, he's never really been gone. They've been cloning him since the beginning. The one who died was the real one, but they've already had clones lined up. They can't sustain because they haven't cracked the formula.
Yeah.
But this one is. So now he's got to go after Rey because that's his key to longevity. That's his key to whatever they did with Rey. Now, how could she how could she be the strong in the Force without training? How could she use lightning? How could she use this? Because she's fucking Palpatine.
A little trick. A little trick. Not only is she Palpatine, but the reason why that clone sustained is because they had Anakin and Luke's DNA. They used Luke's DNA, so that's technically Palpatine and Luke's daughter. Let's throw that in there, fucking too.
That's a little weird, but okay, I get where you're going.
But you know what I'm saying? Like she's a clone, like Weapon X. She's a clone of Wolverine, but she winds up being his daughter or some shit. You know, what was it? Weapon 13. What is the daughter?
X-22.
Yeah. So it could be like that.
Yeah, but that would have gave a whole bunch of. That would have took away all the talk of, oh, she's a Mary Sue, she's this, she's that. Well, no, she's quite literally Palpatine. And she could do all this shit because she's primed so that when Palpatine's like, yo, go get her so I can transfer my consciousness or whatever into this body.
Yeah. Who was Palpatine's master?
Plagueis, Dark Plagueis.
Why don't we do it that she's a clone of Dark Plagueis?
Because that kind of goes a little too far out. Because Plagueis, his whole thing was trying to find eternal life, and Palpatine killed him to take over because that's what Sith do. And there would be no reason for him or for Palpatine to have tried to clone him or for Plagueis to have clones.
No, but that could have been a clone that Palpatine was holding on to, like the last one or some shit, and then that scientist fucking found this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this one is a descendant of a fucking ancient Jedi that no one remembers, Skybreaker, or, you know, like one of those motherfuckers that no one remembers. There's legends of it, but it's well versed in the Star Wars sphere. Like everyone knows about this dude. If you mention him on the screen, everybody start fucking,
you know what,
going crazy.
In all actuality, all they had to do was have Luke sit there. First off, don't have Luke fucking in seclusion, not wanting to train anybody. Because the person he learned from was Yoda. And Yoda failed and ran and hid on Dagobah, right? Yeah. So Luke did what he knew. He ran and hid like Yoda did. But what the fuck's the difference? When Luke showed up, Yoda fucking trained him.
Yeah.
It might have been for 3 days or whatever, but he did something. So why wouldn't Luke do the same? But anyway, all they had to do was turn around and Luke be like, even if he didn't want to train, just walk up to Rey. Show me what you can do. And Rey does all that shit. And Luke's like, why do you think you can do this? And she's like, oh, because I'm strong in the Force. And he just looks at her and goes, no. You're just getting lucky. And then actually fucking does a training thing. Or actually imparts some knowledge. Then we get, okay. So now we know that in the first movie, she just got lucky. Now she has a little bit of understanding. She went back. Leia taught her some shit. So now she's a little more equipped. As opposed to she just showed up and whatever. Like, everybody's like, how did she beat Luke? If you really watch that scene, Luke had a stick and was fucking her up. He slipped on a fucking staircase.
Yeah.
She didn't win anything. Just like, do you know? I've only seen it reported one place. But the guy that I was watching, I'm gonna drop his name, Star Wars Theories, biggest YouTuber for Star Wars, I believe, on YouTube. He was saying people in his chat and the circles he runs in, he was reading or seeing that people were mad that Ahsoka beat Anakin in the War Between Worlds. And I'm like, are you watching what the fuck happened? Ahsoka didn't win. He gave up the saber to see what she would do with it.
Yeah.
The whole point was, you think you're gonna be like me and turn to the dark side. Push it to the point. Here's the blade. Go ahead, dark side. What are you doing with it? And then she made her choice.
Yeah.
He didn't lose. He was in control of the entire situation the entire time. When I saw that he did a video on it, that blew my mind. I was like, who the fuck is sitting here saying all this shit? Like,
yeah, people take this shit too fucking serious sometimes, because it's the world between worlds. It's a Force ghost. This could be a memory of him. Like, this could be her subconscious. Like, we don't know. This isn't Anakin. If Anakin was living in the world and he came back or like they cloned him and he's Darth Vader now, then he won. Okay. Like, this Obi-Wan Kenobi and she's fighting him then? All right. We get it. This is the world between worlds. This is legitimately a fake place with faith. You gotta win to learn. You know?
yeah, but again, I get your point. I don't even think it was a winning thing. I literally think it was because even, what do you call it? When she brought up the fact that he'd become Vader, he even says, "Oh, is this what this is about?"
Yeah, then you learn nothing.
Yeah, so it's a thing of, you think you're gonna fall to the same fate? Well, let's see if you would. I'm gonna put you in a situation to force your hand to get there. You see the eyes flash, even though I didn't, but I subsequently went back and saw it. You see the eyes flash. Well, what do you do now? Now it's your choice. And at first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, I don't get the lesson he's teaching, because I was sitting there going, of course she doesn't want to fight. This is the Clone War. This is not her war. This is not her battle. She can't be expected to take on Thrawn and all this shit by herself. And he was sitting there going, I'm teaching you to fight. You're a soldier. And then after watching it a few times, it clicked, like, oh, this has nothing to do with being a Jedi. This has nothing to do with the Clone Wars. He's teaching her that if you truly want to live in this world, you have to have the fight in you. Because the minute you stop fighting, you basically die. The reason Balin beat her is not because he's stronger. It's not because Sabine showed up and she lost focus. It's because she wasn't fighting. She was just relegated to, well,
she was fucking with him.
No, it wasn't even fucking with him. she was relegated to the fact that I'm here because I'm supposed to be here to get this thing, to get the Thrawn. This is the only reason I'm here.
Yeah.
So I have no choice. You're swinging at me. I have to swing back.
Yeah.
And that leads to death. Where again, this is what I'm saying. The Ahsoka the White, I don't think necessarily has to kill him, but next time they fight, oh no, I got something to fight for now.
This is why I say she's not going to hold back this time. Now there's no remorse to it that she possibly could choose if it gets to that degree to kill him. Not necessarily have to, but it's one of those where now she has the chance to.
I want to say she finally realized that she's the master.
Yeah.
Like in The Last Dragon.
Yeah. Because she kept saying it. And again, when we get to that moment, like I said, a tear came out. And I was like,
yeah,
it all connected. It all just.
I predicted that I was gonna probably tear up during that episode, and I'm gonna report that I didn't.
Really?
Only because I got too distracted. I legit got too distracted in my own shit going, this is where you could have put Ashley in. You could have put Ashley right here. And I got too hung up on it. That's why I didn't get the lesson the first time I watched it live.
Okay.
That's why it took me a few viewings to get the lesson.
Gotcha.
I was too hung up on what I thought should have happened instead of watching.
Just giving it face value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which no, it makes sense though, because I feel like that's gonna be a lot of people, especially watching it on the first go around, they're gonna be like, okay, wait, that's it? Instead of just enjoying what's being like what's going on and then taking everything for it. Like definitely the first time I saw it, I'm like, okay, I like it. Okay. The tear happened, and then I'm like, wait, that's it. But then it's like when you watch it again, it's just like enjoying for what it is and just knowing like I said, to me, it has to go up from here. Like this was that almost that switch in the gauge of like, okay, here we go. Like this show is about to get.
It's funny. Every time we come on here, we're like, all right, the first episode was good. Second one was better. All right, the second episode was good. Third one was better. All right, third one was good. Fourth one was better. All right, fourth one was good. The fifth one is now probably the best one. Each episode just keeps getting better and better and better.
This is, I've been saying this shit since we started this fucking podcast. The reason why this show is getting better and better because they're not making this shit for new people. They're not making this show for people that don't watch Star Wars. They're making this show for the people that do watch Star Wars. So that's why I'm saying when you make a show like Loki or like Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, those are fucking dope shows. But when you make a show like fucking She-Hulk where you're trying to attract new people, this is where the shit falls apart.
It kills the common viewer because now it's like, wait, what?
Here's the only problem though that Ahsoka is running into. For people who are diehards or supposedly diehards, it's turning into a case of it's a little too late. Too little, too late, because the viewership numbers are down because people who would be into the show have already checked out because they've already ruined. Star Wars has already been on the decline. Kenobi wasn't that good.
I like Kenobi.
Boba Fett wasn't that good. Season 3 of Mando wasn't that.
I enjoyed that.
Definitely see Season 3 of Mando was a downer. I definitely see where it could have been better. And there were definite parts like the first half of Season 3 of Mando with the scientists. It's like, did we need a whole fucking 4-episode arc with that dude? Like, who gives a shit about that dude? Yeah. We know Palpatine clones himself. But so that, what do you call it? That all happened. The only bright spot was Andor. But according to diehards, Andor's not a Star Wars show. Andor's just a good show. So the diehards left. They're not coming back yet. And they might come back after Ahsoka's done. When everybody when the totality's there and everybody's like, no, you got to get back into it. But they're not watching now. then the new people, they don't know what the fuck's going on, so they're not gonna watch, or they're not watching until the whole thing's out. So now you're stuck with the few of us that stuck around. But is that enough? That might be enough for Dave Filoni, who made this shit. Watching the reception from the people who are watching might be enough for him to be like, I'm moving in the right direction. I'm going to move forward. But is that enough for Kathleen Kennedy? Is that enough for dumbass fucking Bob Iger to sit there and now pay his fucking writers whenever the writer strike's over, to pay his actors whenever the actors strike over, to pay the effects team what the fuck they deserve to be paid? Is this viewership enough for them? Because they pumped a whole bunch of shit into Willow, and the viewership numbers weren't there. Boom, bye. Willow doesn't exist anymore. Which is mind-boggling. You already spent the money. And in order to save money, you erase that show from your platform instead of letting people come in. The show was what it was. I found enjoyment of it in certain parts of it. Maybe new people would have fucking saw it. Other people would have came in and enjoyed it. But no, you took that whole shit out. Like,
this is the thing when you have a streaming service. And I've been saying this shit forever. I hate the fucking thing. I gotta wait every week on a streaming service. Just drop the whole fucking season and let me watch it. Now, I advocate for more than fucking 6 to 8 episodes. I do. If you're gonna give me a show, give me a full fucking show. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand this is a fucking comic inside of a graphic novel. And the graphic novel has different stories and shit. And we're watching Mando and blah, 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 blah. But listen, Mando could have been that show that you gave me 15, 16, 17 episodes a season. And you dropped it all there and then everybody watches it. And everybody watches it and goes, oh shit, this shit was dope. You go, how do I get more of this? Watch the Clone Wars. Watch that. Because a streaming service is literally, I'm bored, what am I going to watch? Because there's a lot of shit that I watch on, like, let's say, fucking Peacock, and I'm like, I don't want to watch that shit with Randy Spears where he's killing pythons. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually I was like, you know what? I keep watching the commercial for this shit. Let me throw it on. And then I watch the whole shit. I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. When is season 2 coming out? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the purpose of a streaming service. You have shit there, so when people go, yo, there's nothing to watch, this is what we're watching. Like, how many times have you seen out of nowhere, top 10, fucking West Coast Customs? That shit's been gone for maybe 4 years now. And now all of a sudden that shit's back because people they need something to watch and they're watching this.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem. From a corporate standpoint, if I drop a show like Ahsoka all at once, people watch it in a weekend, they talk about it for a week or two, and then it's out of the fucking zeitgeist until something comes up. But if I drop one at a time, podcasts like us, podcasts like everybody else who's watching it, who's doing live watch parties now, we got 8 weeks where we're just constant. What's the next one? What's the next one? We got 2 months of rolling out. Now we're branching off to other shit. It bleeds into Loki. Loki comes out. We now keep talking about that. We have to keep Disney Plus for at very least 2 months in order to watch the entire series. So we got to pay for it twice in order to watch the entire series. Where if you just do it all in one shot, I pay once, I watch the whole thing, I cancel my subscription. Next time around something comes up, I jump back in, I pay once, I watch the whole shit, I jump back out. The business model is already failing. It's a flawed system to begin with.
But all right, so this is where I'm gonna just go off of my experience with Netflix and shit. You watch a cooking show, like we watch Nailed It. And then in the suggestions, Barbecue Showdown. I watched that. Next thing I know, Chef. Okay, then I'm watching like it's a cycle. It's like, yo, I watched this cooking show, this one popped up. I watched that one, Russ to Riches car show. I watched that where they take old cars, they resurface them, they make them brand new and then they sell them. And I watched the shit that they have in California. It's like I'm watching all this shit and it's just making me watch episodes. When you get the Mando shit and you start promoting shit, like you can have Mando. What is that? Oh, Boba Fett's coming out. He's from this movie. You watch that movie, and now you watch the TV show. Oh, but he's a clone of this. Oh, I could watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the whole model of let me hook them for 2 months to watch 8 episodes of a show is what's really fucking them up, because people are going, well, this shit ain't good enough for me to fucking pay 2 months of this shit. And if this is the only thing on, I'm not watching it. Instead of going, yo, let's use this to get them to watch the other shit.
Yeah, but now, again, here's the problem specifically with Disney. Netflix is just a place where there are shows. Disney Plus is a place where specific shit is. Like if you don't like me, I am not a Disney fan. Marvel and Star Wars, that's it. Without the Marvel and Star Wars shows on, I don't put on Disney Plus. I am not interested in watching Pinocchio for the 450th fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm not interested yet. I've seen all the Star Wars shit. I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times over. There's only so many times I can watch that shit again and again.
Yeah.
So to drop it all at once for somebody new, yeah, they might fall down your rabbit hole. Right? But for me, I'm not new to this. So once it's out, I watch it and then I go away.
Yeah.
There is no draw. Another thing is, all the shit that you watched, nobody's talking about that shit on Netflix. The only time you hear somebody talk about something on Netflix is, hey, did you see the fucking documentary? Or did you see this shit on Netflix? And then everybody watches it for a weekend. It becomes big, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Nobody
It's like
makes podcasts.
Stranger
Nobody's
Things
doing
goes through that.
shows.
Like Stranger Things, it's hype when it's about to come out. When that new part of the season comes out, people talk about it. That next week, okay, yeah. Then that's it.
See, I thought Stranger Things was done with. That's why I watched it. I didn't know there was another fucking season.
No, that's what everyone does because they release it like that, and then you're like, okay, cool, everything's done with. All right, you watch, and then
3 years later,
yeah, you get another part. It's like, all right, let me watch it all again, and you just forget about it. It's like,
yeah,
and that's the thing. Like I'll give this for certain shows. I kind of want it all at once because I feel like you want to be able to binge it, get through it. But I agree with Cap though that mentality of if it's just bingeable, then it's done. Because now we're like, instead of us getting every week some content to talk about, we're just gonna do one long episode. So this is what happened. Here are our thoughts. Like,
look at it this way. We're gonna get a chance to see if this model works when they drop Echo, because they're dropping Echo all at once. It's not a weekly thing. Now Echo's already behind the 8 ball because there's been no good news coming out of that, and the fact that they're dropping it all at once, for once, doesn't bode well for a show.
yeah.
But we'll see what it's like when they drop Echo.
and
No, they can't promote it, so it's the worst.
And you know that's another thing. They're allowing too many fucking people spreading rumors about these shows, like, because here's the thing. Not to harp too much on the Flash. Before the Flash came out, the news was Ezra Miller, yada 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 yada. Right before the Flash came out, the Flash is better than Endgame. The critics are saying the Flash is the best movie ever made. Ezra Miller stole the show. Boom, boom, boom. All this shit to make people go, you know what? I want to see this. And then they watch the movie and they realize that every second of that movie, every molecule in that movie sucked. But this isn't about the Flash. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it made people go watch it.
Yeah.
It's just what happened in the movie made people go, don't watch that. Nah, they lied to us. You know what I'm saying? But if you would have put out, if all you hear is, yo, there's a lot of shit going on with Echo. Echo sucks. People don't like this. People don't like Blade. They had to rewrite Blade. Are you sitting there going, well, let me mark on my calendar when Blade's coming out? Or are you going, you know, I could wait until that shit hits fucking Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I could wait. I don't need to watch that. This shit sucks already. I don't know why they're dropping it.
But see, I understand where you're coming from, but I also want to, like, I don't want to spoil it, but I do want to know that I want to know ahead of time if the product we're going to get has the right amount of respect behind it. Because if they just said Blade's coming out and they don't say nothing about it, and then we go watch it and we're like, what the fuck is this? This doesn't make, and like Thor Love and Thunder. I would not have watched Thor Love and Thunder had I had known beforehand that it was that it was going to be massive problems in it. I feel like I wasted my time with that movie where I wouldn't have, but we didn't go see The Flash because we knew it was it was going to be a waste.
Well, I didn't go see The Flash because of Ezra Miller.
Yeah, well, that's part of.
And also, also, I could tell from the fucking coming attraction that shit was whack. They gave me the same feeling as Batman v Superman. I was like, no, this is gonna be whack. I'm not even gonna waste my time.
But the bigger point is,
you might want to refresh your page, Mr. Loki.
What?
He said X23. That was a while ago. Ray wasn't even here for that.
That's the correction, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch that back. My bad. I got a call.
But
we was putting up theories for how the movie should have went.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The bigger point is having some sort of reaction is actually beneficial. And I'll tell you, I'll do this right now. Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, right? Just fully released. But that shit's been in beta for like a year. Because they took their time and they want, here, play this. What does this do? This sucks. What sucks about it? Cool. Let's fix that. How about this? You like this? Cool. Let's take that. If they would have just dropped it, like look at Diablo. If they would have just dropped Diablo, they just dropped Diablo, right? We played the beta. The beta felt pretty good. Then we played the actual game and we're like,
what happened?
Yeah, we're like, what the fuck happened?
We played the game and instantly they said, we're going to handicap you.
Yeah. But, hearing that Echo is having problems or they can't get it down might seem bad for you, but it's good for me because now when it does come out, I know where my expectations should be.
Well, I can thank the Fast and the Furious for this. I watch a movie and a show and I expect you to tell me what's going on. I don't watch it knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like if I watch, like when I watched the Paige movie, I wasn't sitting there going, oh, I know exactly what happened with Paige, at least her WWE career. And then they said, oh, no, you don't, because this is what happened. And then that's when you walk out the movie theater going, that was a good movie. It should have never been based off of Paige because that wasn't her, but it was a good movie. Like the Conan movie. You watch it and you go, if that movie was named anything other than Conan, that would have been a decent movie. Or The Robotic Cop. If that movie was never made, it would have been a better movie.
Hey, that's Ray's favorite movie.
No, just stop making certain movies. Like,
no,
that's how I feel about the Chucky reboot movie.
Yeah,
that movie, just don't call it Child's Play. We're good.
Yeah,
like, no.
Well, the TV show is. I only saw a couple of episodes.
The TV show is great. The TV show is great.
Yeah, I only saw. I didn't see the whole thing, but
yeah, don't watch the movie. The reboot movie they did. No.
Yeah,
like,
but
no.
But
if you want to watch a good reboot of Chucky, watch Megan.
Yep.
Megan was good.
Yep.
Just don't get a call from Apple because they have no idea what the fuck is wrong with this shit. Dude, I couldn't save my pictures. And I had Apple call me and I told them, I said, look, I'm trying to save all my pictures onto this. So I'm dragging them over. And it would go from like 3,000 pictures and it will say 3,000 and then I'll have 200. But when I take the drive out, put it in the computer, I have 2,000. I'm like, I still don't have all my pictures. I don't know. And they're like, sorry, Superman is no here. And hung up on me.
I remember.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, you
like
remember.
a while. Yeah.
Yep. This was when Megan first came out.
That was the Told the Show for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
We were dealing with this problem.
Yeah. By state law. But see, that's the thing though. I like seeing shit going, this is dope.
Yep.
And then hearing, the first scene in The Last of Us was an exact replica of the game. And you watch, oh shit, that was dope. That was what's up. I don't want to go in there going, well, this is what the game does. I know the game by verbatim, and I want to hear every fucking word from the game in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a gatekeeper, but I am one of those guys that go, wait a minute. Like when we saw Hawkeye, that wasn't the same Kingpin from the Daredevil show in Netflix. But when I saw him fighting differently, I said, wait a minute. This makes sense because the Kingpin is brute force. How would someone fight you with brute force? Boom. And then they go, okay, now let's go, baby. I get to see another rendition of this shit.
Yeah.
Everyone has an issue with fucking the way he died, but it's like, I mean, you got a guy that's solid muscle because Kingpin is like 0% body fat, he's solid fucking muscle. He has strength almost comparable to Cap. He's brute fucking force. He has intelligence that's crazy, especially with gadgets and shit. And you blow him up. Okay, I can see him being concussed by that. Something has to hurt this man. He wouldn't be a street level fucking bad guy if he was Thanos. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Here's the funny thing. It just recently came out in the comics that Captain America has stated that the one villain he cannot fight on his own, Kingpin. That's the one guy he can't fucking beat for some reason.
Yo, dude, I think Spider-Man's the only one that actually beat him, or he still beats Spider-Man all the time?
Yeah, like this is why I'm saying, like, for me,
and he's from the Bronx.
It's not a bad thing hearing shit beforehand.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, well, when Echo shot him, it's dumb, blah, blah, blah. But that's exactly what the fuck happened in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, almost shot for shot. That's what the fuck happened. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So going back to your thing with, like, The Last of Us. I didn't play the game The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So watching it, I'm like, oh, this is cool. But going back and hearing people who did play the game find the appreciation of how they recreated scene for scene, shot for shot, word for word. I'm like, well, see, that's how the fuck you do it.
Yeah.
Like that, I would prefer if you're gonna tell me. Like, again, I give slack to Civil War the movie because it wasn't directly coming off of the comic. It was just the natural progression of what the movie was doing.
Because at this point, we're going off the movies. We're not going off of the comics.
But where I take umbrage, Jane Foster, don't tell me you were inspired or you read the comic and you loved that run of the Mighty Thor and then not fucking, like, take a little bit of it but not do any justice to that. Don't take the God Butcher arc and what he does and give me none of that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't use these big arcs as fillers.
Yeah.
Or if you really want to tell a different story, tell a different story. You don't have to pull. If you want to do your own original story, you don't have to pull then from a comic. This is the fourth Thor movie. You're allowed to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ragnarok didn't pull. I mean, it took the name of one of the story arcs. And
But it was Planet Hulk.
Yeah, it gave us
Planet
something
Hulk,
else.
but it also took the name of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't try to copy it. And even with my problems of it, shit, by comparison to Thor: Love and Thunder, that shit's a fucking masterpiece now.
Yeah, it's fucking Emmy Award winning.
But my point being is, hearing things about a show, whether it's good or bad, I think in today's day and age is a necessity, simply because we are no longer in a world where if we put out something and it doesn't work, we scrap it. Dude, back in the day, you put out a fucking TV show, and if the first 2 episodes didn't get ratings, we didn't see that show got canceled right away. We didn't see that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That with that Generation X movie, remember that?
Yeah. Nobody watched that. Everybody said it was crap, so they canceled the fucking series.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't put out bullshit. And when they did, we called immediately, and they went and did something else. Nowadays, we can't stop putting out bullshit. It's a rarity to get something good nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do get something good, there's a bunch of people that don't watch the fucking thing talking about this wasn't made for me. No shit.
It's always
shit.
most of the time it's always the people that haven't even watched it though.
But here's
Yeah.
the funny
First,
thing. If you're a
touch
Star
it.
Wars fan, Ahsoka is made for you.
Yeah.
If you watch the Clone Wars and Rebels, this is for you.
Yeah.
This is LeBron James standing in the fucking forum in Cleveland. This is for you. Like,
Yo, for the first time, he saw Fast and the Furious, Fast X. He saw it over the weekend,
Thoughts?
and he's asking me. He goes, "What the fuck was that?" And that was when Tyrese did the in the shop, and he threw the dust on the nigga. And I'm sitting there going, "Bro, this is the best Joker we've ever seen."
yo,
Jason Momoa was the Joker.
Yeah, he really
Jason
was.
Momoa. I don't know who the fuck was watching his scene. I'm 100% convinced that every time they said action on Jason Momoa, everybody turned their back and was doing some other shit. And he was like, yo, they're not watching me, so I'm going to just fucking do this. They're not even paying attention. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the movie that Jason Momoa thinks he made.
Yo, you
Because
know,
every time Jason Momoa is not on screen, I'm literally questioning why the fuck are we watching certain shit. And I come to the conclusion, nobody in our group is part of the Fast and the Furious family. Nobody's a Vin Diesel. Nobody's a Paul Walker. Except Show is definitely Tyrese. He's definitely Roman. Because, like, Toe's not wrong. There's 6 times in the fucking movie where I looked at what Roman was doing. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck is he doing here? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, this motherfucker sat there. They hacked our system. They took all of our money. Not all of it. And he's carrying it. They go into the fucking dark web place. Why do I gotta pay for everything? Motherfucker, you're the only one with money. You flaunt it around.
That Show.
And on top of that, you made the point that you can pay for everything. You started, give me a receipt. Here's your fucking cash. Motherfucker, you're the one flaunting this shit. Yeah, I've never lost. I've seen some dumb shit.
Yeah, you have.
And I've never lost as many brain cells as watching that fucking movie.
He loves Sharknado. He loves Sharknado. They
Damn.
can't get behind Fast and the Furious.
I watched the first 4 Sharknadoes with appointment television. I didn't DVR them. I watched them live and I went into work the next day and talked with the fucking other people who watched it live also.
Yo,
like,
bro, I remember rushing home to watch the shit live.
That
Remember
was
that?
the fucking podcast before that was this comic book podcast before it even started. It was me with a bunch of old ladies sitting in a nursing home talking about Shark fucking NATO. And I cannot wrap my head around this one thing. Hey, yeah, you killed my father. Now it's time for me to kill you. And he takes off his mask and it's The Rock. And I'm like, well, hold on. Dominic took your money.
Yep.
The Rock is the one who pulled the trigger.
Yep.
Why didn't you go after The Rock first? You're not going after The Rock after you fucked with the man who all he did was take your money.
Well, he also crumbled like his father's empire, I guess, in a sense. And
yeah,
well, suffering is old with Dominic.
But his father would have been alive had The Rock not pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I didn't see him go after The Rock's family. Is the next movie him going after The Rock? Might be. We have a filler movie now. Go after The Rock first
because we still need 2 more movies.
Yeah, I ain't hard to find, you some bitch.
It has to be a trilogy.
Which is funny because The Rock has a daughter in that movie.
Yeah,
yeah,
and he has Ryan Reynolds.
He has to go after Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Hart, and The Rock's daughter.
Yep. Yeah. He already went to Jason Statham and his mom and all that.
And then what happened with that? Fucking Jason Statham shows up. Hey, I think they're gonna go kill your mom. All right, and then he just disappears. We don't hear nothing about him again.
Yeah. And well, apparently there's also in between, like, because there's 2 more movies. We're getting another Hobbs and Shaw in between that. So I guess that's gonna be where we find out what the fuck happened. Yeah, they're doing 3 more movies of this fucking insanity.
Why? Well, why are you interjecting motherfuckers who were not there? Yo, the Fast and Furious is my problem with X-Men Days of Futures Past. I'll say this until the fucking you're gonna on my tombstone. This is what I want written on my tombstone. You cannot go 10 years into the future and then 50 years in the past to stop something that didn't fucking happen. It's an impossibility to
but
send
family
back to stop Mystique from doing something that 10 years from today is gonna happen when we lived up to today and she didn't do any of that. We lived through history. We know what the fuck happened up to this point.
But family, Cap. Family.
Yo, you know what family means to me? Family is people who piss me the fuck off, and that's one side of it. And family, this one over here, and a whole bunch of other little Hispanic white-looking girls like me, telling me, and a bunch of strangers that I punched a kid on a rafting trip that I never fucking punched. That's fucking family.
So
family.
Yo, I'm telling you now, Cap, when he watches this movie, he's like the sergeant or the captain in Bad Boys.
Got you.
How are we gonna fuck up Cap's day today? Let's get a bunch of fat guys and run them over. That was his brain. To me, yo, don't stop making this shit. Yo, all I'm saying is, I don't want that little fucking boy carrying on the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh yeah, we're getting fucking spin-offs after this.
Can I also ask this question? Because Show famously had a problem with the black daughter. The Suicide Squad, right?
Yes.
No, it's not the same kid.
I want to know how Vin Diesel looks Italian, not dark skin, fairly light shade.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I want to know how this kid's mom, blonde, white lady, blue eyes, how the fuck this kid come out dark?
Well, remember, in the last time we saw the kid when he was small with a baby,
he was a white boy.
So
family.
I'm sorry. You could tell.
Uncle Roman.
Hold on. Look
he
at
looks more like Uncle Roman.
Shade. Look at Toe Shade compared to me. Look at my father and his sister and my grandmother's shade. I come from the same DNA. I came out like this. I didn't get darker as I progressed.
Family.
And don't tell me, oh, it's because they got, some weird mix of
Melatonin.
Cuban and Portuguese, and Rita Moreno's Puerto Rican. So we got all this mix in there. What the fuck happened to John Cena? He's 100% pure white.
Yeah, he got no Latino.
Ain't no Jose in him.
Well, his middle name is Felix, so gotta be some Latino.
Yo, it's funny
Felix
because
is the whitest name I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know what race they are. His father's Mexican, his mother is
Not
Brazilian, or like I don't know if his mother's also like from Spain, but then like Dominic's Panamanian, the sister's fucking Dominican, Letty's Cuban, the son is fucking Brazilian, like the mother's Colombian, like every inch of Spanish culture is there, and they made an Italian.
Family.
This is it.
It's
ludicrous.
Exactly.
It is, yes. It's 100% ludicrous.
I'm gonna steal show's line. Exactly.
Yo, I'm telling you, this is what we need.
I'll say this because I'll still watch these
To this
movies.
day.
I fucking watched this one movie twice at the movies, and for Fast X, I saw it twice in theaters, and I've seen it already a few times on Peacock, and I bought the 4K. There's no way to explain this shit because it gets stupider every fucking time. But I'll still watch it.
I tell you one thing: if you want to watch it and get even more pissed off, watch it in 4D. The 4DX shit. Because I did
remember when you said, yeah.
Yeah, that's when it starts becoming, wait, this don't make no fucking sense. Because now you're involving me, and I'm a part of this, and I know logic. And this isn't a left turn. Nope, that's not what's happening. I'm looking at a ball roll down the Vatican. That's not what's happening. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Can I get my popcorn? Where's my popcorn? How I'm trying? Wait a minute. Why are you spraying shit in my face? Ain't nothing spraying here. What's going on? This is not happening here. This is not supposed to be this. They stopped. Why am I still shaking? What's going on here? I picked a corner seat and I'm in the middle. None of this is fucking logic.
Yo, I want to know. You know how I know?
Oh shit.
That these movies are not to be taken seriously, and that none of this shit matters, which is why I don't watch them in general.
The fact they made part 2.
No. Well, yeah. The fact that his pockets ain't empty, cuz. No,
we still hungry.
Jason Momoa literally says a line akin to, "We gotta knock the masculinity down a bit," and nobody said nothing.
No one gave a shit.
Nobody said this was woke. Nobody said what the fuck is he doing, because he even was like, "Oh, I know black's more intimidating and all that, but pastels are in season." No, I didn't see like think pieces about did they make Jason Momoa part of the LGBTQ or not? Nah, this shit is so dumb. None of that came up whatsoever. They just like, oh, Momoa's in there, cool.
It's the Joker. The Joker can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh my gosh. He gets to do it, man. He gets to do it.
I'm telling you, if we release the Momoa cut, release the movie he thinks he made.
Well, no, they definitely show a lot of the like behind the scenes of this shit. And
what were their reactions? Because think about it. This was anybody there, and that's I don't think so, right? Where he just fucking like did the ballerina jump out of nowhere.
He came from the watchtower, and he got in his car.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck people were thinking when they action, and he does that. Does the director go, whoa, what the fuck was that? Do it without that. And do they have him do different takes, or was the director like, do a bigger plie? Can you jump from here to there? Swing your arm.
Try to knock down the mountain with a fucking kick.
I feel like he definitely fucking just said, you know what? Improv half of this shit. Because there's no way in that fucking script it says, now when you do this line, add a fucking plie. Like, also when you're talking to the dead bodies, make sure you show off the nails this way or like, you know, like even when he broke down the color scheme, that's why he wore purple and everything, because he was messing with his mom, because apparently his mom hated the color purple. Like
wait, his real mom or Dom's imaginary mom?
No. His actual mom hates the color purple. He legit said this in an interview.
Wow. So Jason Momoa's mom hates the movie The Color Purple? No, I'm saying.
Reason. No, but
it's all right. He's
I didn't even see that part. I don't want to go behind the scenes. I don't want to know behind the kayfabe. All I know is Jason Momoa is one of the best actors I've ever seen in the Fast and the Furious franchise. No, and you would have never heard me say Jason Momoa is one of the best actors, period.
Yo, that's the difference between me and you. I gotta know how this suit was made, because I went in. You know what it is? I went in expecting Rocky Road, mint chocolate chip, chocolate chip cookie dough, vanilla, chocolate.
Got bubblegum.
I did not. No. I expected all that. I did not expect that they were also serving matzo ball soup, tomato soup. Like he was like, "What's my character?" Nope, that's not it. This is what my character is, and everybody went. Is somebody gonna tell Vin? And they're like, "What? Vin Diesel don't show up to set when it's not his scene." Cool, because if you notice, the only time that Momoa actually acts somewhat normal is if he's just talking directly to Dom. Every other time he's doing whatever the fuck he's doing, which leads me to believe nobody was around when he was doing his shit.
Nobody that actually had to say, no one that had to say was there during fucking Momoa's filming.
Some of the best shit he did was with Dom. Like he's just leaning on the car. Oh my god, I get to race the legend. It's crazy.
No, when he punched him, he's like,
"Yeah, we never get to see Dom. We only see the camera pointed at him."
Yeah.
So Dom wasn't even there. I'm willing to bet Vin Diesel wasn't there.
Yeah, but when he broke his tooth, he's like, "You asshole."
Yo, again, the movie can be as stupid as it is, but it's still there's some fucking just like,
yo,
I gotta watch this movie again.
I'm telling you one thing though, the Fast and the Furious makes me believe that I can afford a helicopter. I may not be able to afford a Charger, but I can afford a helicopter, because if those helicopters couldn't lift that car up, then they gotta be cheap.
Yo,
they gotta be within my price range.
I want to know how.
One person at a time.
Yo, Ray.
Yo.
I want to do an experiment.
Okay.
We're going to use your car, Ray.
No. We're not going to use cars. You know a bunch of wrestlers. Let's get the strongest wrestlers you know.
All
right? Let's put them on a platform higher than me. All right?
Okay.
Have them grab my arms. All right? As I'm trying to pull down, have them try to pick me up. All right? And then let me jump in the air. And let me show you how me jumping in the air makes it virtually impossible for them to now lift me. And then I can just pull them back down with me.
But you got to fart while you do it. Because remember, he shot the Nas.
The minute that car takes off, the helicopter should have went woof. And he would have been flying with him.
Surprise, motherfucker.
No, what we got to do is find this bulletproof door that apparently you could just fucking grab out of nowhere. And then also what we got to do is do the same thing what Cap just said. Find the strongest wrestlers we know and see if they can lift the car one-handed.
Yo, and I don't know about y'all, but
oh my God,
doors are not fucking light.
He didn't even rock it or not. Like,
nope,
I'm not, okay. Him flipping the car back to the side, cool. I'm not saying that that's impossible. One fucking hand with the other. Motherfucker, shooting at, turn around, grab the shit, flip it. Look, what the fuck are we doing?
He had the front tire turned and it was going. Everyone knows that's how you get it back to the tires.
Yo, I believe. I'm going to try to look it up.
We'll flip Ray's car over and I'll show you how to do it.
I'm going to look it up, but I believe in Captain America, the First Avenger, there's the scene where he takes the taxi door, and it still shoots him.
Yeah,
Like
he still gets shot.
nicked.
Yeah.
And they're not shooting armor-piercing fucking rounds from a goddamn Black Hawk helicopter.
You gotta remember they're doing it from the 80s. What was that? The 50s? They made bullets to work back in everything they did back in the day was supposed to last 10 years. So that bullet was supposed to go through shit. The bullet from the helicopter. Remember, he didn't have that much money because he burnt it all in the vault. So he had the copper bullets.
Guys, if you have a 10-year-old nephew, cousin, son, somebody that you know personally in your family that's related to you, take that 10-year-old,
throw him over a bridge.
No, don't throw him over a bridge.
Jesus, don't encourage that fucking thing.
And make a place where it's safe, and put a distance of about 6 to 7 feet, and have that kid from a sitting fucking position jump, and let's see how far they make it.
Yo, he felt the car. You didn't hear the lesson? Feel the car. He technically didn't jump. He just, because when you're driving in a car, your body's moving the same speed as the car. So if the car stops, you'll keep going. So what he did was he just exited the vehicle going at 90 miles an hour, and the other car sped up to catch him. He never moved. It's physics.
Okay.
He stood in one spot and the car caught him. He didn't jump.
Cool. Do not try this at home.
No.
Do not at all try this at home. I will repeat again. Do not try this at home.
But if you do,
I want to see the experiment where somebody's going 90 miles an hour, just open the door, let the car turn. Let's see how far you fly out the motherfucker.
Yo, Mythbusters, let's do this.
We're doing this. We're gonna rent 2 cars.
Let's see how far you fly out of the car that's still turning and didn't stop.
Oh, but here's the thing.
Then maybe.
Now here's the thing though. This is why I'm laughing, because the problem number 1 is getting the door to open at 90 miles an hour. There's wind resistance there. You ever put your hand out the window like this and caught the wind and that shit almost breaks your fucking shoulder?
Yeah, because
open up a fucking door in resistance of the wind as a little kid.
And have it stay open, not fucking push back, nothing. Doesn't fucking clock him when he tries to get out the car. Like, no, just fucking.
He bought that door at the same place that Jack bought them beanstalk beans.
Yo, I think my favorite line of the movie is Jason's like, yo, I took your family, I took your agency, I took everything from you. And Vin Diesel's only retort is, you made one mistake. You didn't take my car. And your people got shot down in the plane. What the fuck is your car gonna do?
That car is more family than anything.
So he's standing, correct me if I'm wrong, he's standing at the bottom of a fucking dam reserve with the dam about to break, not inside his car. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, because the dam just kind of blew, so it was like.
But you forget.
What the fuck is his car gonna do?
Well, the car just got drowned too, like 2 seconds before that. So he's fine.
You're forgetting. He got Kato from the Queen Hornet movie with Seth Rogen, and they made 50 of those fucking charges that him and his father made. So at any point, it comes out his ring, another car.
Yo, Ben.
He got charges and challenges out his ass.
Ben, I want you to sleep well at night, knowing that if somebody fucking kidnaps you and calls me up and is like, yo, I got your brother. Sleep well at night, knowing that my retort to him is going, yeah, but you made one mistake. You didn't take the car.
The car will be safe.
Yeah.
You're fucked, but the car, it will be safe. Yeah. No, I can hear Cap now. It's like, you made one mistake. You left the car. And pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Yeah, and then what I'm gonna do
I need some receipts.
Then what I'm gonna do is, while Vin is being held hostage, I'm gonna leave my car keys here and take the fucking bus and train wherever I gotta go.
That Ray's about to die before he goes on vacation.
Oh shit. Fucking Fast and the Furious, man. I still will be watching these next two though, but fuck, man.
Fuck that. I'll wait 2 years when it's on Peacock Plus or whatever the new fucking stream on Disney Negative.
Speaking of streaming, apparently HBO Max is gonna have a live sporting section, Bleacher Report, but
Bleacher Report
not gonna be a part of it.
For now, it hasn't been discussed yet, but I feel like that's coming. Like by December, January, AEW will be on board.
We don't. I don't do the wrestling so much, but I was in the room, Comic-Con, the first panel AEW ever did.
Yep.
I was in the room, me and Toe. First time they came to New York City, Arthur Ashe Stadium, we were there. Second time, we were there. This is how much AEW has fallen off for me. Not even going this year.
It's tomorrow, yeah.
Because they haven't been able to keep anything, at least from my own personal standpoint. They haven't had anything to keep me engaged. And the fact that Tony Khan is so inept as a leader that he let one man ruin his fucking locker room and shit twice. Why am I sticking with you, man? I've walked away for the WWE for less.
Yeah. Because Algo Montoya didn't win the Royal Rumble. 1994.
Yeah, that's back when I actually believed that anybody can win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
That's the one thing in wrestling I honestly thought was true, was that anybody can win the Royal Rumble.
Oh man. Gotta be a main eventer, that's it. Unless you're Maven, you get that dropkick spot.
Right? Shit.
Who would have thought that Aldo would have turned into just incredible? And then who would have thought he also would have had a fucking problematic fucking life? Because Jesus Christ, it apparently, unless you're like me, where if you're into Star Wars, I live like a Jedi. You can ask Toe. I have attachments to nothing.
Yeah.
I easily walk away from whatever the fuck you put in front of me.
Yeah.
The only attachment I had was sugar, and I had to give that up. Or if you play D&D, I'm a fucking paladin. Through and through. So apparently, unless you live like me, it is an impossibility for everybody else to go through it without some bullshit. So us guys here on the Knucklehead Network, no drama whatsoever, because we live correctly. Every other person, what the fuck, man? Like, you can't go 2 seconds without reading some stupid shit they did, and you're like, what the fuck? Come on.
Because listen, you watched the rest of the series on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yep.
I was watching it. Show was there. My coworker's there, and I had to come to, like, this is the serious I've ever been when it comes to a wrestler, and I had to tell him, like, there's reasons why most of these people ain't going to the big shows, and it's because of their fucking personal problem.
Yep.
Who wants a fucking drug addict or someone that has all these issues with the law on their network, especially when it's supposed to be catered to kids?
Yep.
You got sponsors and shit. Like, that's something you have to realize. You have to build yourself in a way to fit their demographic.
Yep.
If you can never be a WWE wrestler if on your chest says "suck my dick." Not saying that one of the wrestlers has that, but if it says "suck my dick" on your chest, you ain't never going to anywhere on TV.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
you
legit. It's why people think it's like, oh, but why is it like this? Why is it like that? It's like there's a multitude of reasons.
Yeah,
like,
and I was telling him, I was like, yo, you see this person here? There's 12 of them in the WWE. They don't need another one of them. You know what I'm saying? And also I was like, yo, we was talking about the women. I said, if you look at all the women wrestlers in WWE, they fit a certain group. You have to fit that group. There's only but a certain few that aren't fucking able to grace the covers of fucking Playboy and be the fucking Sports Illustrated model.
Yeah.
There's a very few of them that can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you kept watching the show. I know how far you went, but even during like that series, one of them gets signed.
Yes,
and you can easily tell
Lacey Gray.
Yeah, you can easily tell why.
Yeah,
like,
definitely
stood out from the group instantly, and AEW picked her up.
Yeah, she was one of the baddies with Jade Cargill.
Yep.
What? How do you pronounce her last name?
Cargill.
Cargill.
Yeah.
I keep calling her Cargill. Cargill. I don't know why. It's for some reason. It's like Pello. It's just weird.
You know they're gonna switch her name when she goes to WWE, so you won't have to say it for much longer.
They're probably just gonna call her Jade. Keep it funky.
She's gonna be Apsu Ypsilon or something.
Yo, she's gonna be Saba Simba's daughter.
Yeah. Saba Simba. They're not even gonna. They're just gonna change the inflection.
Saba Simbas.
Yeah. Real quick before we head out, there's two things I wanted to bring up. One.
Yep.
Ray, I want to bring this up to you because there's something that again, I haven't heard too much of, but I did hear somebody bring it up, and I just wanted to make sure I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
When Jason was listening, he was like, "Yo, I can hear the lightsabers."
Okay.
She's fighting somebody, and Hera closed her eyes. Did you also think? Did it read to you as she was also hearing it?
I think she was trying to. She was trying to envision what was that. That's what I felt like was happening. She's trying to see what's going on.
Because to me, I felt one of two things was possible. In the moment, I felt like a mom trying to connect with her son.
Yeah.
Like her son's hearing the battle.
Yeah.
But her trying to connect with him, she knows what lightsabers sound like. She was married to Kanan. So she's hearing lightsabers, or like she's thinking she's hearing lightsabers, but she's not actually hearing the battle. Or the second thing I was thinking of after hearing the discussion, because some people think that she also heard it and they didn't like that. My also thinking is maybe Jason has a thing where he can clue you in.
Yeah, that's why I feel like she tried to like envision, like he probably could send some type of like, this is what's going on.
So let me get in this hot yoga room and stretch real quick.
All right.
Biology. She got pregnant. Okay. The force was transferred between Kanan to her to him.
So she has a little.
She could be a little bit more force sensitive now than she was before. Because the bond between a child and mother grows for 9 months, at least for them. They keep saying like it grew inside you. So, you know what I'm saying? It could have been that some of that went into her also.
Could have been.
I could see that.
You know, this is why I said I'm stretching though.
Yeah. Devil's advocate though, because this is a stretch. Anakin is literally Jesus. He's born without a father.
Yeah.
And his mom had no force sensitivity whatsoever. And I think if your theory holds water, the lady who magically carried the strongest force user ever might have fucking had.
Well, no, but here's the thing though. People are saying that Count Sidious, Mount Vernon, who's the Plagueis? Plagueis may have put the metachlorians in the baby while she was pregnant to make someone strong enough to get that he could pass his consciousness onto. That's the fan theory. So it could be that she had immaculate conception, but it was the baby was connected. Like it wasn't passed through her. It was given to the baby while it was in the womb. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that has to be that. And I'm sorry for anybody who's religious. That is a dumber theory than the actual immaculate conception. That's fucking stupid. That's stupid because here's the fan theory. Unless Plagueis went in while she was asleep or wasn't aware and fucking injected her with some shit, Why would she not tell Qui-Gon, hey, you're the second one that's come up to me about this fucking kid?
He Zeused her.
Would he turn into a goose? Like, what the Anyway. I just wanted to bring that little bit up. Second thing I wanted to bring up, weird pitch, but you know how I talk about Critical Role every once in a while?
Yeah.
For anybody who's not, like, don't want to jump into a complete D&D, whatever, they came out with this game, Till the Last Gasp, right? Haven't played it yet, because I've been waiting for them to, like, I've read the rules, but I'm more of a visual learner. And I've been waiting for them to do a video, like, showing how to play this game. Because what this is it's an actual RPG duel. We're on a ship, we fucking roll dice to fight, and it's our characters dueling, and there's other prompts to do role-playing shit. It's a cool-ass game. Tonight, right now, which if you have Twitch and you follow them, you can see it on their VOD, or it'll be probably next week up on their YouTube. Okay. They're playing Till the Last Gasp, but in the guise of a Mortal Kombat tournament. Because Mortal Kombat sponsored their show. So they're doing a one-shot with Mortal Kombat themed Till the Last Gasp.
Okay.
Which I wanted to bring up for two reasons. One, try to get people to check it out. But two, I want to it's twofold, right? If we get people on here to watch it and everybody likes it, maybe we could fucking play this goddamn game.
I'm kind of interested, so I was hoping we could play this eventually. That sounds interesting.
Once I figure out how the fuck this thing is played,
yeah, that's it. Coming soon. We're gonna play some games here. just don't bring up water. Don't bring up water.
And another fucking thing about that shit.
Yo, and on that note,
hold on, no. I'm gonna rewrite the line. From now on, everybody, this is the line. Liu Kang, in order to defeat Sub-Zero, bring the substance that he freezes and throws at you. Done. Because everybody knows to fight a fire, you need a fire. And to fight water and ice, you need water and ice. It's simple mathematics. If a big dude is gonna come fight you, you need to then turn into a big dude, because a big dude can only fight a big dude.
And that big dude better not have no water in him.
So that's
what the line should have been.
70% of the body is made of water.
Liu Kang, just kick the motherfucker. That should have been the line.
Leg sweep that nigga, Johnny.
All you had to do, just hit him with a dragon kick.
Or you want to beat these motherfuckers with powers? Unleash your animality. No, but doesn't Liu Kang have fucking fire in him? He's a fucking fire god. Why don't we get none of this shit going on?
Oh, now he is.
Yeah, but no, I know in the other game he didn't have none but the bicycle kick, right?
Yo, hold on. Stryker is a part of the MK universe. That means guns exist. It should have been, in order to stop Sub-Zero, use the element that right-wingers claim is the biggest part of the Constitution.
What really brings life.
Shoot that motherfucker.
Shoot that motherfucker.
Raiden should have been there and like, Liu Kang, just remember to unleash your inner Mortal Kombat skill, turn the gun sideways.
Kill shot.
Oh man.
Yo, put Aquaman in the desert, see how he fares there.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Well, we've seen the first movie. He did pretty good in the desert. Yo, Stryker should have been, as somebody who was a fucking security guard, Stryker should have been axed out a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's only a cameo in this game.
I'm kind of mad at some of the cameo characters. Like, why can't we use? Like, how is Jax just a cameo character this year?
Well, Jax ain't got no metal arms.
No, so you got to understand the cameo characters was just they're not introduced into this timeline yet.
Yeah.
So this was their way to keep them
Everyone
out
in.
of the
Yeah.
to throw homage to the first MK one.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cameos that's like.
Wait, Jax
yeah.
wasn't in the first.
He's not in this one. He's not in the
He's
story.
not in
No,
this
no, I
game.
know he's not in
this
this one, but he wasn't in the first one.
No, he came in part 2.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I believe.
What happened to his arms though? Why isn't his arms metal? Because
What?
this is before his story. They're gonna
This
tell
is
his
before-
story. When...
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he originally started out regular,
Yeah.
and then he lost his arms and got them replaced with
Yeah.
cybernetics.
Don't worry. By the end of
Oh, I thought he had no confidence, and Raiden had to bring up his confidence. That's why he had the metal arms.
No, that's just the line in the movie that mom tapped me and fucking quoted to me as I'm trying to watch this goddamn movie. I'm trying to watch ninjas get beat up. And my mom's trying to teach me a life lesson in probably one of the worst fucking movies ever made. And the one kid who doesn't do you know why I got the confidence talk? Because I'm the
What?
one person on this planet that doesn't fucking confidence is not a word that means shit to me. Because you could be, from my perspective, you could be as confident as you want and still fail. What did that confidence give you?
Sure.
Confidence alone means nothing. You have to have the skill to back it up.
This is true. This is true. We're the opposite of every fucking after school special. Like, no, it doesn't work, kids. You have to be able to do this fucking shit. Do what you must do, because it ain't gonna work. Which is, I think I could do it. No, can you do this or can you not do this?
Thinking you can do something is vastly different than attempting to do that thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think I could drive a fucking train.
Yeah.
But if you threw me into the train now, without having gone to whatever school you go to learn how to drive a fucking MTA train,
yeah,
I wouldn't know what the fuck to do no matter how confident I was.
And it's a cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be way different than your confidence level. It's like, yeah, I got this. Oh shit, I don't got this. Oh man.
Fuck a line. I'll dunk it on LeBron James though. Quan notice. Shit.
Yeah, dude, you give me any 2K game and I'll dunk on LeBron James.
Yo, not for nothing though. I don't give a fuck how confident you are. You give me fucking metal arms that can break through fucking walls, I'll be more confident to fuck you up. I'm not gonna sit here and go, I can't fight this machine because I got metal arms. Let me take them off and punch this metal guy with my bare fists. That's stupidity.
You know what? You know what's fucking dumb? The dumbest fucking shit, which is why I hated the fact that my mom even tapped me on the fucking shoulder about this. His lesson was, oh no, he needed confidence to blah 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 blah. Motaro's a fucking centaur. Zyrax and Sector are robots. These motherfuckers know magic. These motherfuckers have projectiles. And you want me to go out here with just bare hands and do what? Hit a fucking machine? Like, this had nothing to do with confidence. This was even in the fucking fight.
And the crazy shit is, this man lost his arms and got cybernetic arms so he could fucking keep doing what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I know why they did it, because it's a kid's movie and they couldn't just be like, well, let's rip his arm off and give him no.
I mean, RoboCop was a kid's movie.
No, it was not.
The game, they just.
I was a kid when I watched it.
You should have been watching it. I was too. I should definitely not watch it.
Nah, I needed to watch that shit. You blow that motherfucker to pieces.
Yo, that acid.
That's the last
scene.
time I chased somebody in a fucking empty warehouse.
True. Oh, that acid scene. We definitely shouldn't be watching this kid.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yo, fuck a horror movie. That scene alone is fucking. That's what gets
Word.
you.
Word.
Oh.
And there's a dude that looked just like that trying to holler at Gigi, which he need to stop.
Yo, that's who that motherfucker looks.
Wait, he looks like the dude before or after the acid?
After. He like
Wait,
he's
she getting
fucking
chased by the Toxic Avenger?
yeah.
Basically. And on that note,
We got 15 minutes. Oh man. But I mean, yeah, we pretty much.
I was gonna say, what else we got to discuss? Unless we're gonna start arguing about water again.
So, what do you think is gonna happen next episode? You think she's gonna get to where they're going, or?
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna get somewhere. We're about to see a
She gonna be where she's at.
Yeah. Wherever. What was that line? Wherever you is, that's where you're gonna be.
Yeah. Wherever you is, that's where. No, wherever you be, that's where you is.
I feel like that she has to arrive there because, like, what else?
Yeah, I think.
How do we elongate this more?
Unless they send her to
fucking new.
They send her to Mustafar.
That's not brand new. You mean to tell me that where in the world is Carmen Sandiego and Ezra Bridger? They just went to Mustafar.
The last place you would expect.
This whole time, it was right behind.
But the map wasn't pointing to Mustafar. You don't know how to read this map. This map, there's Mustafar. That's Tatooine. That's Naboo. That's Dagobah. You thought they were different galaxies. They're just planets on our own, you fucking idiots.
Mustafar was on the map twice. We just didn't tell you.
Yeah. It's Mustafar, Musta not so far.
This is the one way. It's the other way. Just get there.
Do we see I want to say Grievous. Do we finally get to see General Grievous in one of these shows? No. Do we see Thrawn?
No.
And Ezra?
No. I have a theory on that, but I don't want to spoil it just in case I'm right.
All right.
Okay.
So give us a theory that you might be wrong.
Do you want the theory that I might be wrong at? She shows up on a planet that's inhabited 100% by sheep who, when rolling, turn electric and hit you. And then you got to fight a golden knight who just walks back and forth. And when you beat him, you can give the prayer book in to the dude at the round table hold and get that fucking lightning spell that really... And for anybody who's questioning me, I'm just explaining Elden Ring right now.
Yeah.
I was like, why does this sound familiar? Like, wait, where do I know this from?
So what you're saying is you want her to meet the Ewoks. Which I haven't seen. Yo, what happened to the Ewoks? We gotta see at least one Ewok in this fucking...
Okay. When it comes to
all
Ewoks,
these series.
When it comes to Ewoks, I'm going to use a line from the fucking sequel trilogy. Let the past die. Burn it if you have to.
We have learned from our mistakes, damn it. So
I like the Ewoks.
We are not getting Ewoks.
You like the Ewoks because you were a little kid when we saw that movie. I was old enough to know that a helmet and body armor should not be fucking subjected to just being hit by a rock.
Yo, they're the fucking minions.
What the fuck is the point? What's the point of the body armor? If every fucking anything that can be turned into a weapon knocks you unconscious.
It's not body armor. It's fucking a uniform.
They don't make it out of plastic. Or whatever, whatever.
It's made out of Vaskar.
Yo, I swear to God, if they give us a Mandalorian who gets taken down by an Ewok with a slingshot, then they'll throw this whole shit out. Tell George Lucas he failed.
Taquan, the person that you kidnapped, is an Ewok. Taquan's a white lady that fucking kidnapped somebody so they can send us a video. And I smell bullshit from a mile away, even though you live in Texas. He'll tell you he lives in Florida. But I went to Florida. I didn't see no Taquans there.
Didn't you say you stopped by a gas station down there?
The Wawa. Where was you at, Taquan? Huh? Shit, you was in Texas with all your exes. So what do you think is gonna happen right next week, real quick?
You mean tonight?
Yeah, tonight. It's probably
What do
already
you think
happened.
already happened.
Yeah. Legit, I have not looked on Twitter just to make sure I don't get fucking spoiled. I would hope they'll. How many episodes do we have left? We're at the final. Final. Okay.
We have 4 episodes left.
No, 3, because there was 5. So the 6 today, 7 next week, 8.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't feel like we're arriving anywhere near tonight. I feel like we're gonna get her fucking misdirection somehow, and she'll end. If that's where we're going this week. I feel like it's gonna be filler because we got 2 fucking good of an episode last week to get anything stable this week. We'll end on fucking some connotation of now we know where we're going, but I feel like it's gonna be a filler episode this week.
I hope not, because nothing has been filler so far. Everything has been driving.
That's why I feel like it might be a filler episode because we got last week was great. Like I feel like tonight's gonna be filler of just this is a little side episode today. Here you go.
Do you think we're gonna see plans of the Death Star Ray that they put on this huge fucking Imperial ship that Palpatine had? Because they have to shoot one shot needs to kill a planet. It's in their fucking contract. If you're gonna be a Sith Lord, you got to make something that can kill a planet in one shot. So, what are we gonna see those plans?
We better not.
I don't think so.
Are we gonna see the rise of the First Order, or is it too soon?
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, timeline wise, would yeah, no.
And I'm hoping that again. I'm sorry if you like all the sequels. Not all of it was bad. I understand all that shit. But you sidelined 30 years of shit. You just threw that out the window without a tear. We could put your shit aside for a second and let's get back to some real shit.
Yeah.
What did Han say to Wonder Woman when she was like, "Oh, aren't you supposed to be in Tokyo?" He's like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get 15 movies before I gotta die. Let's get some 15 movies before we gotta deal with what the fuck already happened."
And on that note, I mean,
learn from the past, y'all. Learn from the past.
Learn from the past and make your mistakes. But don't
make mistakes. Why would you learn from something and still make a mistake?
And don't thread on me. Is it thread on me?
Tread.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Exactly.
Which I don't know how that became a right-wing thing, but
family.
Yeah, but family. Yeah, peace, y'all.
Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. May the force be with you. Peace, everybody.